green light for mission launch. It ain't a Friday if there's no roll call Friday, huh?
Nope.
Well, the line's up.
Yes, sir.
They look good. That's as expected. We'll talk about it on the way up.
Alright.
That's on. Houston, this is Boston speaking. Mission launch for Roll Call Friday in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sherapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! Covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sherapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
It is Roll Call Friday, boys and girls. What's up?
Woohoo!
Get ready for a big show, guys. Dave Sherapan, Matt Perrault. We're live on YouTube and on Twitter X at Boston versus the book. We got two guests rolling through on our Fight Song Friday, UNLV, Kansas. We'll get to it with Joe Arriogo. Then B. Howe, the return going back to that part of the country, West Virginia and Pitt. It's the backyard brawl. Been playing this game for over 130 years.
Uh-oh.
Big game.
Big game.
Big game. We'll
Big
get to
show.
that coming up. Roll Call Friday later in the program. We've got a bunch of cool things to break down today. What are you wearing, and why are you wearing a hockey jersey today?
Don't tell B how.
Oh, it's a Pitt jersey. Oh, okay.
Don't tell B how. He don't know. He can't
It's
see me coming. Ain't
It's a-
nobody see us coming. This is what we're going to do. We're doing Roll Call Friday. We're doing Fights on Friday. Everybody's fired up. YouTube can't stop us, although they may
Keep
strike
on
us.
saying this. He's been saying this for the last hour in the chat. Okay, we'll find out if I'm wrong. We'll find out. We'll find out if I'm wrong. I
We'll
don't
be
know.
here for the next 2 hours.
We got to play the game.
Everybody relax. That's why they play the games. Chris Berman said that years ago.
Uh-huh.
And listen, there's a lot of things to talk about. We'll get to it all. We'll review last night. We'll do favorite thing about today at the end. But the thing we do on Friday is Roll Call Friday. And the boys are shuffling in. Everybody's popping in. We're live at the barbershop in Indianapolis right now. Pierre in the cut got us up there. Him and Dad shaving them up. I'm coming. I'm definitely coming. I'm going to sit in that barbershop. We're going to talk. We're going to hang out. I'm going to get a clean shave and a high fade. That's what I need. But what we need right now, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I didn't even tell you this, P-Roll.
Uh-oh.
You said we need comments, and we got to give something away.
Okay, we do.
So today,
Okay,
starting today,
okay.
you got to follow the show. You got to be subscribing, and you
Okay.
got to prove it. You go leave a comment anytime between now and Monday.
Okay.
It's a 3-team parlay. You get a 3-hat collection personally designed by you. So if you want like Pitt colors, Steeler colors, and West Virginia colors or something. Or
Wait a
like
Time out. You're giving
What?
away 3 hats right now?
one person
3 hats.
is getting 3 hats, a city collection. We went to Chicago, and it was such a cool thing.
By the way,
that
I
they
have
got,
no,
you know, we
I have
got
no,
Cubs
this is,
hat.
I have no knowledge of this.
I
This is-
just decided this morning on my morning walk.
Okay, I had no idea.
Because
Okay.
everybody keeps asking us, how do we grow the show? We grow
True.
the show with comments and likes on the YouTube channel, on the Twitter. We get so many views and this and that. But I want to you guys have helped make this show what it is. The brigade, the chat, all this stuff. So we are asking your help. Comments during the show, electric. I need you to take 5 seconds, if you don't already have a hat, leave a comment
On the YouTube video, not in the chat. On
not
the
in the
YouTube
chat,
video.
Not in the chat. It got to be on
the video.
YouTube video of Friday's show. So post-show, go and
I mean, you can do it now. You can do it during
the
the show.
now. That's fine.
You have to be subscribing to the YouTube channel, and you must be leaving a comment on the video. And on Monday, we'll select one of you guys who comments on this video who is subscribing.
We'll select them on Tuesday because I wanted to wrap around to Monday as well because Monday Night Football and all that other. Like the football weekend starts today and wraps around. So not one, not two, but 3 hats because, you may have favorite teams. You don't have to get the city. I was thinking about a Detroit collection because we got so many people in that 313 that really genuinely love this show. I get texts. I get things like this. And I got an unbelievable Georgie Mason tagged us, took a picture, posted it with his Eagles stuff on. But if you get the Philadelphia collection, you get an Eagles hat, you get green and white. Then you get the Phillies hat and it's maroon and all this other colors or whatever, red, white, and blue, Sixers, red, white, and blue, something like this. But one person will get a 3-team parlay of hats. You can pick the teams, colors, whatever you want. So you go college, pro, basketball, hockey, even whatever you want, it's yours. So it's all I'm asking. Today, we're going to do Roll Call Friday in about, 90 minutes or so from right now. We're going to ask a 3-digit area code. Watch this thing flow. Okay, but what we're going to do for that is going to wrap around all weekend. Go tell whoever you know, subscribe to the show, take a shot, get a 3-team parlay of hats on me.
It's pretty good.
You ain't got to pay. I'll pay the shipping, the whole thing. We'll get it taken care of. And then
back in the day when we tried to do things like this, the lawyers would come back and scream.
Oh, listen, they can call. I ain't home. So if you're watching the show and I ain't allowed to do this, too bad.
You're allowed to do it. It's our show now. We can do whatever we want now. So it's easy now. I just always, whenever you do things like this, I'm always like, man, we would have gotten a phone call after the show was over. Somebody would have been like, who gave you permission?
Deny. Yes. No.
Who told you that you could do a 3-hat giveaway? Don't you understand? We're a regulated company. You can't do that.
I missed that call. I do. No, I don't. I really don't. That email, you get the first, it was a nasty email. What did you guys even think about? Why were you doing that? What? Why can't we? Well, we can. So that's what we're going to do. So that's first and foremost. We got college football. We got pro football. We got big baseball games that nobody's really talking about. I know it's Right Song Friday. We got music today. We got a little bit of things.
We got fight songs.
Cut it.
Is a fight song Friday. It's 14 seconds. We're on a fight song Friday. We roll into it because there's a big game happening in Kansas City, Kansas tonight. He is Joe Arrigo covering UNLV for us here on the Plus 20 versus the Book Fight Song Friday. We come in with the UNLV fight song. Joe, the boys are 2-0 and they scored 70 plus last week. How are you?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'll tell you like this. I'm feeling good about tonight's game. We can get into that, but I'm great, man. The guys look really good, relatively healthy. And I tell you what, this is the start of the Rebel Revenge Tour.
Because the bowl game last year didn't go the way the guys wanted it to. So now they're playing them again. They're playing in a soccer stadium. They're doing like a blackout. Is this what they're doing tonight?
What's going on, Joe, with the crowd?
Yeah,
what the hell are they doing, Joe?
So Kansas is redoing their stadium. So they're playing in a soccer stadium, which is about an hour and a half outside of Lawrence. Yeah. And they're doing a blackout. So UNLV said, okay, we're going to go all gray this week. I thought they were going to go with the whites, and I thought that'd have been a really cool, like, you're black, we're going to go opposite. But look, UNLV is really pissed off about how last season ended. They were, talking to coaches and talking to players. Like, they really didn't care about Kansas. They wanted Boise again. They were that upset about it. So the Kansas game was kind of a throwaway game. And they felt like they let it get away. There's 3 or 4 plays in that game that they felt that they really turned the tide of the game. And at the end of the game, there was a little jawing and a little fracas, happened after the game. So they're coming into this. Kansas, talking to people I know at Kansas and talking to some guys over there, they're really confident. They think they're going to blow UNLV out. I don't have that opinion, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to break something on here that nobody knows.
Give it to us, Joe.
Jalen Daniels had a back surgery at last season, and it's the same back surgery that Doug Brumfield, former UNLV quarterback, had that basically forced Doug to medically retire. If Jalen gets hit a certain way and that back slips, he could be in a wheelchair. So if you go back and look at the last week's game against Illinois, there's some games or there's some plays where he should have kept the ball, but he gave it up on RPOs. So he's not explosive. There's not a lot of torque when he throws the ball. And here's a key stat, because I know you guys like stats. Kansas is 1-7 in their last 8 games where they don't rush for 100 yards. Look for UNLV to load up against the run and force Jalen Daniels to beat him with his arm, which they don't believe he can do.
First of all, Joe, you look great. You sound amazing with that microphone, brother. Like, this is great. When we get guests and come on like pros like you, this is awesome. The line is 9. They're playing Kansas. The steam is all on the one side. We're having a doctor's parlay later today. The doctor reached out. He's a friend of mine down south, but he's got UNLV on the money line. Would you think they got not just a shot to win, but like if they don't win, this is going to be a close game, right? I mean, +9 got to be a good side to take.
Look, on the Hey Red Pod that I do with Mia Green and Doug Brumfield, I predicted a score 45-21 UNLV. Over. I don't think
so. You like a high scoring game.
Brennan Marion's goal every game is to score 50 points. Brennan and I have had in-depth conversations about this and with the go-go offense. He's trying to score 50 every game. And I'll tell you what, Mike Shear's defense is an SEC caliber defense. They're fast, they're physical, they're deep on the back end, they're deep up front. Here's 2 names to keep an eye on tonight. Manny Powell, the inside linebacker transferred from Arkansas, and Jet Elad, who is a hybrid linebacker safety, kind of corner guy. Those are 2 guys. I don't think Marcel McDuffie is going to play for UNLV. I think he's going to miss a few weeks. He had an injury with his lower leg on the interception that Jonathan Baldwin had last week. So I don't think Marcel's going to play tonight. So I look for Powell to step in, and I look for them to blitz a lot. Honestly, Mike Shear is a very aggressive defensive play caller, and he's gonna get after the quarterback. And they know what's going on with the Kansas quarterback with Jalen Daniels. So I look for them to get after him. I don't think Kansas can stop UNLV's offense. They're too deep across the board. You look at, and I'll say this too. Let's say this. As much as Jaden Mayava did for the program last year in terms of being able to, throw the ball downfield and whatnot, Matt Sluka is a better fit for the offense because of how he runs it. He's got just almost as strong as arm as Jalen. He's a better runner. He knows when to keep the ball, and the guys are gravitating to him. He has that it factor, that Baker Mayfield, that Brett Favre it factor. He's just a gamer. That's the kind of guy that Matt Sluka is. I don't think this is going to be close. And UNLV has told me they're upset that Kansas lost to Illinois because they wanted to beat a top 20 team because they knew they would be a top 25 team if they beat them. That's the thought process with this team right now, guys.
So, Joe, let's go through the process of keeping Ricky White, because obviously this was a gigantic addition. They lose the quarterback, but they keep one of the best wide receivers out west, one of the best in the Mountain West Conference, frankly, one of the best wideouts in the country. They keep him. How difficult was it to convince him? And then what is the UNLV to the Pac-12 rumor mill that you're hearing? Because they've got the coach locked up long-term. Odom's the highest paid coach in the Mountain West Conference. They're already paying him like a low-level Pac-12 school already. What went into keeping Ricky White? And then could that also help them going forward when it comes to the Pac-12 potential?
So I'll share it because it's you guys. Not too many people know this. I only a slight few. I've known Ricky for a number of years now, since he lived in Ohio, Ricky's family. And after the Boise game, Ricky and his dad and I had a conversation. And the conversation was, do we leave to go league? Do we take NIL money? And I just gave Ricky this advice. I said, I'm never going to tell you not to get a bag. Go get your money because you only have a limited amount of time to maximize on your potential. But If you go to an SEC school and you have your numbers drop in half, they're going to say you can't do it against better competition. If you stay and Brennan Marion stays, you're going to be in the conversation to win a Biletnikoff. And let this year's receiving core or this year's receivers coming out in the draft is deep. Next year, it's not as deep. You got a chance to go in the top half of the draft. And UNLV stepped up to the plate. Ricky got some good money from the school. And that were the deciding factors on Ricky staying. I'm not saying it had anything to do with me, but those are the conversations that I had with Ricky on a one-on-one basis. And Ricky and I have talked about this openly in an interview we did on Franchise Sports Media. Now, in terms of Barry, Barry may be locked in, but he's the highest paid coach in the Mountain West. Is like around $2 million.
Yeah.
So I think it's very likely if UNLV wins 9 or 10 games this year or more, Barry's going to get poached unless somebody at UNLV steps up and pays some money. And that's an issue that I have with the administration because they know it. They know that they have to go out there and pay him what he's worth because there were 2 schools last year that really wanted him. Those 2 schools were Houston and Washington. They were in on him heavy. And, Barry got extended a year. The buyout got raised. And Barry's a class act. And Barry, quite frankly, he and I have had this conversation on the Franchise Podcast. He wants to stay here. He thinks he can make this a national program. So now that goes in.
But what are what if they win the Mountain West? What do you think they can win the Mountain West, Arrigo?
Absolutely. I think they're the front runners to win the Mountain West. You look at Boise, they have the Genty's a phenomenal running back, maybe the best in the country. But what else do they have besides him? Their quarterback play is not great. The next team I think is a sleeper is Fresno State. Tim Skipper has that whole crew energizes the head coach. He's not going to go anywhere. He'll be named the permanent head coach mid-season or end of the year. And the kids there respond to him really well. You look at UNLV, let's be real. Who did they really lose last year from their team that has hurt them? Nobody on the O-line, no running backs, no receivers, nobody on the defensive side. They're all returning. There are 30 guys on a roster that will leave at the end of the year. They're all that are seniors. So it's a veteran roster. So UNLV, I think, is the front runner to win the Mountain West. And I'll say this, I believe in terms of the Pac-12 or whatever, what I do know is this: UNLV has been actively looking to leave the Mountain West for a couple years now. I know they've had conversations with some other conferences that may have potentially led down the road to an exit earlier than what's going to happen. I believe that UNLV was asked, from what I was told, they were asked to join the Pac-12, but the holdup is the state would like UNR to go with them.
Yeah,
and now there is no state law saying that they have to be joined at the hip and go together. So that's the other thing. So when you look at it, UNLV can say, you know what, we're out anyway because UNR doesn't put any money in their athletics and their programs are trash right now. So we're not going to do that. Now they put the money into the basketball, the new basketball locker rooms and whatnot. Okay, that's cool. But what have you done for football, the real moneymaker? Nothing. The stadium is a dump. The facilities are a dump. The locker rooms are trash. So when you look at it as a whole, UNLV has got no reason to stay in the Mountain West. The Mountain West is dead. It died yesterday. No one will admit it. I look for Air Force to go to the American Athletic Conference. I look for UNLV and potentially San Jose State with Tulane and either Rice or Memphis to go to the Pac-12. And then in the Mountain West is going to have to turn around and say, okay, we're going to bring in maybe the Dakotas, North Dakota State, North Dakota, maybe New Mexico State, maybe grab someone from the Sun Belt to come over as well. I mean, that conference is dead. So there's no reason for UNLV to stay. And if they do, they're fools. I got heat for you guys today, man.
No,
come on, I'm bringing juice.
This is fantastic. I'm just trying to figure out, that was a lot right there, and you just said, man, it's done.
Well, makes sense though. I think Joe. I think people here locally want to see UNLV continue to grow. We know that basketball has been kind of stuck in neutral for the last couple of seasons, and people want to see it. Coaching changes happen, so that kind of screwed things up a little bit, but in terms of the university as a whole, when it comes to a leap to the Pac-12, their buyout's going to be significant from the Mountain West Conference. Is that any concern about how much money they got to raise to get out?
No, because the Pac-12, don't keep in mind, their TV deal runs through, I believe it was 2026. or end of 2025, they get all the money for all 12. Both of those schools get all the money for the 12. So whatever that is, they're paying the other fours. They're helping facilitate that. So what's an additional $34 million?
Okay.
Wow.
Because it's $17 million to get out.
Right.
Per school if you do it before a certain date, if you give them a year's notice. So if
Does
they
that
say,
mess
hey,
up the basketball program, Joe?
does it mess
Or
up?
that's it.
Why would it mess it up? Because we can figure, Dave, Boise, Fresno State, Washington State, Oregon State, they're all in the Pac-12 already.
Yeah, they've all left.
Who's going to be Utah State, Wyoming? I mean, who cares? UNR, who cares? You know, UNLV and Kevin Kruger is doing a decent job of turning it around. And I like the patience that's being shown towards him right now. This recruiting class he has coming in, keeping DJ Thomas was huge. But this recruiting class and the guys he has coming in fit better with what they want to do. And quiet as kept, he wants to get out and run more. Ooh. That's something that he told me on the franchise podcast a couple of months ago, that he would love to get out and run more if he can.
Well, that's good. I mean, defensively, they were great last year. And obviously having a point guard play is gigantic for them on that. But back to tonight from a Kansas standpoint. Okay, so they beat Houston on the road. They go to Kansas. They win at Kansas. They have Syracuse coming in on a Friday night here, an ACC school. If they go undefeated in the non-conference, and like you've talked about, they're the team to beat in the Mountain West Conference, and they run the table. Northern Illinois got the win at Notre Dame. If Boise's out, can UNLV be in the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Oh my!
I would say right now. Look, Northern Illinois is going to trip up. They're going to look when you beat Notre Dame in South Bend and you're a G5 school and no one expects you. It was like I think there was like what they say like 37 or 43 stars on Northern Illinois, and Notre Dame had like 4. Like I mean, the disparity is different between talent.
Yeah.
There's going to be a fall off at some point. And he does a great job coaching. He's a guy that if he wasn't an alumni there, I think he'd be somewhere else he'd be getting paid a lot of money.
Right.
But I do think UNLV, first of all, has to crack the top 25. So they're going to need to win tonight. They're going to need to turn around, and they're going to have to beat Fresno State on the 28th.
They got to beat Syracuse after
and then
that,
and then they beat Syracuse. They go 3-0 in the next games. They're going to be in the top 25. And some people tend to think if they put a show on tonight, it could happen after this weekend. I disagree with that. I think they got to win the next 3. Syracuse doesn't look bad at all. They look pretty good. So the next 3 games are key games. But if they're undefeated after those next 3 games, they're not only a top 25 team. They're a team that is probably looking at being, that game against Boise will be huge. But they're probably the front runner to be in the playoffs, make the playoffs for college football.
Last one from me, Joe. What are you doing tonight? Where are you watching the game? I mean, you're so involved in this program and all this other stuff that you're doing over there with franchise. What's the plan tonight, Joe?
Well, the plan is myself and my right-hand man, our community relations director, Jesse Halberstadt, are going to start off at the George, George's Sportsman's down at Durango. That's right by the house. Love the George. We're there till about 5. And then we got to go to Durango High School. We got high school football. And you know how we are a franchise with high school football.
Killing it with that.
Thank you. So tonight we're at Centennial Durango. We chose it because it's closer, and the Shadow Ridge Faith Lutheran game is going to be huge. 2 top 5 teams in our rankings, but we don't want to drive across town. We want to catch some of the games. So
traffic sucks right now, Joe.
It does. So I'm gonna have Dave. I'm gonna have my phone with the UNLV game on.
Right.
I mean, and believe me, I've had coaches and players texting me all morning, late last night. They're ready to go. So that's what I'm doing for the game. And say, hey, look, I know I love Circa. I love going everywhere, but the Durango is it's closer to my crib.
It's fantastic,
but it's beautiful. I mean, there's not a bad seat in there,
Food's
and
good. It's all good.
Food is phenomenal. Hey, have you guys gone to the Wax Rabbit in there yet at Mijo's?
I have not.
It's a neat little speakeasy in there. It's cool.
So I'll give you guys a quick story. The Friday before the Super Bowl, after all of the stuff wrapped up for the week, we took all of the franchise crew over there for dinner to have dinner at George.
Nice.
And afterwards, I had got a table at the Wax Rabbit because I go in there pretty frequently. And the GM sees me and goes, "Oh, hey, someone's at your table. They're going to leave soon." I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's Barry Odom And he doesn't know it, right? And he goes, man, I'm just going to tell him he's got to pay and go. And I'm like, no, stop. That's UNLV's head football coach. And then Barry comes over, and we were laughing and we're cracking jokes about it. But yeah, that's the joys of Durango in the WAC Travis. So we're gonna go there today, and that's gonna be the spot at Georgia Sportsman's Lounge.
It's Friday, so I'll ask you this question on the way out. So Bishop Gorman, obviously one of the top high school football programs, won the quote unquote national championship last year. They lost their big game, right? They lost that game that they wanted to. So they're now ranked 5th in the country by most people's rankings.
Yep.
What does their season look like? That's a program not used to losing. They lost a big game that they all had circled. It was Mater Day, right? They lost to.
Yeah.
So what happens now?
They're gonna win the state title. Like that's just what it is. They play Orange Lutheran out here tonight, another top 5 team in Southern California. They'll probably beat them. Again, they had won 27 straight going into last week, and they went into that game very confident, and they thought they had a really good 2 weeks of practice because they had a bye week, and there was a lot of things that happened in that game. There was a touchdown that was ruled a touchdown, but he bobbled it and looked more like an interception for Gorman. There was a play where a guy got driven out of bounds and literally tackled, and they didn't throw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct, which resulted in a touchdown on that play. So they're right there. There's 14 points. They lost 34 to 15. So the game would have been a little bit closer. And so they'll end up tonight. They have Orange Lutheran. Next week is Liberty. They'll run the city after that. They'll win a state title, be ranked in the top 3 or 4 in the country, and reload next year and be a team that's up for another national title. That stuff is as good as it gets at a high school level.
Give the folks all the information. How can they follow you? How can they follow the franchise? Everything you're covering for both, not just Nevada high school sports, but also UNLV.
I appreciate that. Guys, it's at the franchise LV on all social media. Please, if you get a chance, like, subscribe, and click your notifications onto our YouTube channel. Every Saturday, we put out a ton of high school football content, highlight films, photo reels of games that we're at. We're at 7 games in the Valley this week. We were at 12 last weekend, including the game in California. I don't have a weekend now, just so you guys know. If you can follow me on all social medias at at Joe Arrigo FSM. Guys, hit me up. I'll talk to you. I have no problem with it, guys.
Love it.
Thank you for having me on, man. Like I love you guys, man. You guys are 2 of my favorite people. Dave, I meant what I said earlier in the week, man. When your post came out about the anniversary, bro, I love you to death. I'm so glad you're still here, brother. And Matt, as always, man, I love you to death, bro. Continue all the great work. I love this. I actually tune in. Just don't say a lot, but I tune in, and I don't gamble. I kind of pick and choose, and then I tell them, hey, my guy say this.
That's fine. Welcome,
everyone. Awesome.
I'll be on the sideline with you sometime soon.
Let me know. We'll make that happen.
Very cool. He is Joe Arrigo. Good stuff, my friend. Thank you for joining us here on BVB. Always good to see him here on the Bostonian versus the Book. Talking
I love
UNLV football here, as UNLV will have a huge game tonight on the road in Kansas City at a soccer stadium.
He said
he likes to smoke them. I mean, he likes the Rebs to go in there and smoke them. I like him just to win, but I took the +7 earlier in the week. I disagree with the line move. I'm shocked it's all the way up to 9. That seems to be aggressive.
The boys and girls are here. The crowd is coming in. Give them a poll right now. The vote right. It's Kansas -9 or UNLV +9 right now. If you're watching this game, it starts at 4:00 Pacific, 7:00 Eastern tonight. It's a Friday game.
Someone said it went other to a. You ever see it at 11? I never saw it at 11. That seems to be excessively high. I played 7. It's 9 now. But I never saw
me earlier about lines and different things. There's books playing with numbers and stuff right now. They might have
weird numbers.
They might have flashed it. They I don't know.
Up to 11,
just to get a bet.
Just okay.
If it was at 9.5 or 10,
it's all one-way action.
Flip on there. You go. You're right. Late to the party. Yeah, we got a hat trick coming. If you guys missed it earlier, you got to like and subscribe to the channel.
Are we calling it a hat trick? That's a really cool name.
I don't know. Brigade made, BVB made, hat trick, something like that. Yeah, it's a 3-teamer.
I like the hat trick line.
Yeah,
I like.
That's it. Hat trick. Yeah, hockey season is coming. We'll be talking about all that. That's fantastic. I think we're going to get more votes on the favorite, which is fine.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we're going to get more votes on the
given this show. I think we might get more votes on UNLV.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if they're playing or they're watching the show and they're playing, maybe
Chef Benny, me and you, we're on the Kansas fade tonight. I'm with you. I'm fading everything in the sunflower, everything in the sunflower state. I'm fading.
Oh boy,
I'm on both road dogs tonight.
Really?
Yeah. So I got a worse number in the UNLV game. I have a better number in the Kansas State game. So it was 11 way earlier this summer. Thank you, D Stout. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Before we saw that.
Right.
I think you have to. I don't think it's a lock to juice, but I think you have to sprinkle money line. If you're going to bet the +9, you got to sprinkle money line because, again, you heard from Joe. There's nobody in this city who covers local high school football into UNLV. So he knows all the feeder high schools. He knows everything that goes and feeds into UNLV when they're recruiting locally. So he builds. I know a lot of media members, but the level of connections that he builds with the families is unbelievable. Like he knows brothers, sisters, uncles, moms. Like he knows all the people around the player. And that's how he really gets a lot of his information that's accurate because he talks to the families. He doesn't talk to somebody on the street. He talks to almost a horse's mouth on a lot of the stuff when it comes to recruiting and injuries. And do you go to the league? Do you stay in the league? Do you stay here? Like what do you do? So
yeah, it's one of those things that, I mean, and he's out and about doing the work. Like he is, I mean, he got 7 camera crews tonight in local high schools shooting stuff. And then they put together the highlight videos and all that other crap. Him and Q do an unbelievable job. We've both done their show. They've been on our show. You know, at some point our worlds are going to merge. I think as this Vegas thing continues to grow. And that's a guy who I genuinely love and respect. He really hustles, him and Q both.
The whole crew, all of them. I mean, the whole run from the franchise media, they do a phenomenal job. So it's always fun to get in touch with him. Like we mentioned, 2 top 25 teams playing tonight in Manhattan, Arizona, Kansas State. I have 7.5 in this game. The total keeps on climbing. It's all the way up to 60.5 here. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to watch this. Madeline has a school dance tonight. I got 2 college football games I can sit and watch. I cannot wait. Like this is going to be so much fun to watch both these games, both in Kansas.
You're not going to the dance?
No, I got out of it. It's beautiful. It's tremendous. I don't have to go to the dance. It's great. So it's phenomenal.
Are you dropping her off?
No, the ex is picking her up with her sister. So her sister's her Madeline's aunt's in town. So they're both taking her to the dance. I'm out. I'm clean. I'm clean till 10 o'clock tonight. So I am in love with the fact that I can go and watch football because I want to watch these 2 games. I'm fired up to have it off. So no worries and no kid duty for me tonight.
Wow. Sweet Lou, LMAO phenomenal. He just said, wow, how about that? Good to see you, Sweet Lou.
Yeah, we're taking that and we're going to go ahead and have it. So what's up, Timmy? First time, long time.
Is that the Mooch? Tim Mooch, yo, first time, long time. You guys are awesome. You're awesome, Tim Mooch. I wish the Pirates were still awesome. Great logo, though, with the avatar. They're playing out the string, Mooch, yo. Sucks. I hate this part of the year for the baseball.
I was today years old when I found out Kansas is the sunflower state.
Hello.
Here to educate you, Joe. I'm here
not to just give you the plays. It's so much more than the plays. Thank you, Joe the Fat Panda.
We're fading the sunflower state tonight. Yes, on both sides. Yes, it's me, Marshmallow, and the 2 dogs. Yes, that's pretty much what's going to be tonight in my house. Yes.
Marshmallow.
And don't forget Ninja.
Everybody can forget Ninja.
The pool guy came yesterday, and I made the mistake of letting him out. He tried to bite the pool guy's ankle.
I hate that dog. I swear I hate that dog. I get so nervous.
He ran straight at the guy's ankle and snapped. I was like, dude, I was like, what are you doing? The guy was like, whoa. I was like, he's harmless, but not really.
No, he's not harmless. Quit saying that. That dog is Cujo, reinvented. Wants to eat your ankles.
He weighs 8 pounds.
He's
8 pounds. For 8 pounds, he is scary. I'll give you that. He makes really weird noises. For an 8-pound animal, he makes crazy noises. Like he sounds much bigger than he actually is.
He does. He sounds like the dog behind the fence on the movie Sandlot. He's this little tiny thing you can pick up and throw with 3 fingers.
Yes, and flick. And I have before when he's tried to pull it on me. I have before. But
I've seen you do it, actually.
He thinks he's huge, but he's tiny. So it's pretty funny. It's not the bark in the dog, right? Whatever the saying is. It's a fight in the dog. He's got a lot of fight in him.
Right, he really does. Ian Lights Out. No, we did not talk about the Twins prospect yet, but
We
did
will
make the
relax.
rundown.
It's on the rundown. Don't worry.
It's
Georgia's on the road at Kentucky, laying 22 points. The total is 45. Dave, does Kentucky score in this game? Like at all?
10, right? They get 10.
Like at all.
And that's the whole key when you handicap a game with a high spread and a low total, which is below 50. You're just picking. This is the way I did it in the risk room. This is the way I did it in the book. I mean, take it for what it's worth.
Okay.
How many points are they scoring? If you think they're scoring 17, then maybe they got a chance of covering. What's their team total? Kentucky's team total. Guys, look it up and post it in the chat.
I'm going to say it's 14 and a half. That's my guess.
Let's see. 31-14 is 45. So that's probably a pretty good number. But the spread is what, 24?
22.
So 38-10. 11, maybe the number
11
for the team total. I don't know.
Let's see. Team total for Kentucky is 10 and a half.
It's criminal that I can't get a job helping somebody make the number.
You could if you wanted to. You just don't want to.
In my head, I still got it. I mean, it's just how you do it right there. There ain't no algorithm or nothing working. I'm that goofball wearing hats.
Yeah.
And everything else. I think 10 and a half is even harder because I thought 11 because they might get a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Dogs are going to beat us like a 5-year-old at Kmart.
Whoa. What? What did he say? No, UK fan here. Oh, boy. Read that again. Put that back up. I want to read this. No, a UK fan here. Lifetime of misery. Dog's going to beat us like a 5-year-old at Kmart. Thank you, sweet Lou.
Just a southern joke, but it's good.
Yeah.
Oh my! I don't know. I think
are there still Kmarts?
No,
No more
Kmart's
Kmarts,
closed.
right?
No, it would be Walmart. Same difference. But
Kmart
yes,
sucks.
Kmart did suck. It's true. But then you know, it's because Walmart ran them out. So Toys R Us, Kmart, all the big box ones. Circuit City.
Rain Man reference.
Yes.
Kmart
Circuit City.
sucks.
Kmart sucks. Consig is like Rain Man. That's impressive. You're Rain Man.
Just do it. Like that's the way we had to do it. So what's the total? What's the side? This and that. So Kentucky team total, would you go over or under? I go under. I mean, 10's the number. I just said it in my head. They get a touchdown and a field goal. I don't think they get 2 touchdowns.
33 and a half for Georgia team total. So
those are skill shots. If you take the favorite and go under, that's a tough spot. That's usually with the 24 and the 45, you go over, favorite and over. I don't know. Kentucky's going to get smushed.
Yes, it's bad. It's going to get ugly. It's name your number type of game. It's a name your number game for Georgia. How about how many points do they want to win by? Not if they're going to win. Same thing could be said for Alabama. They're on the road at Wisconsin. Total's 49.
It's going to be blowout.
I think it's run Wisconsin off the field type situation. I don't think Wisconsin has a shot in hell of stopping Bama.
So Bama puts up the big number.
Yeah, I mean, they already did. And I think I think there's something to be said about DeBoer and wanting to prove to the fan base that he's got a team and he can coach this team, not Nick Saban-esque, but he can keep the ball going in the right direction for Bama, get back to the playoffs, have a Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback, put up the right numbers, calm everybody down that I got you guys. Don't worry about it. Nick's gone, but I'm good. So don't worry about it. This is one of those games. Go to a Big Ten, and there's TJ. We were waiting.
Hello,
on
TJ.
We were waiting on TJ to come in. And
when
this
is TJ going to come on the show?
Whenever he wants. TJ can come on the show whenever he wants. He's got stories. You want fucking stories about me? That cat's got stories. He's got stories. You want stories? That kid's got stories. We can tell stories all day long. But me, him, and Bach going around the South. You want to know who came with me when I was doing all my RV trips? This guy. This guy was with me for the majority of them. What?
The Fincher.
Yeah, TJ Fisher was with me more than anybody else on those roadies all over the South. We hit more cones than anybody else could ever dream of with those RVs. Trying to drive through Tuscaloosa.
I thought that was code for something.
Oh no.
The cones.
Actual cones.
Oh, okay.
No,
the orange cones on the road.
The only hitting we saw, TJ tried to get into a fight in Georgia, in Athens. 2 kids tried to jump him in Athens. He tried to beat the crap out of him. So that was pretty fun. I had to pull him out of a fight in downtown Athens.
Yeah.
It's like, we're gonna get killed here. Like, we're not, like, you're from Tuscaloosa. I'm from Boston. They want to kill me. Like, this is a bad idea. We got to be careful.
I was when you said cones and hitting, and I thought, is that code for title shots or things like that?
Oh no, but TJ saw me in a very fun and very interesting time in my life. So he's got all sorts of stories of ex-girlfriends and stories of all sorts of interesting things that happened to me in my life. Oh yeah. He's been around, but I've seen him in fun situations too. I mean, because remember I told you about the $2 million RV with the dentist in Arkansas with the stripper pole that came down. Like the old woman that was harassing him. She wanted a piece of him.
TJ was the eye candy, huh?
He was who the mom, the wife wanted a piece of TJ with a sliding door that she hit and went zip. And I was like,
stop right now. That's too much information. TJ can't talk back right now. That's already you've said too much. You've said too much. I have it on the Twitter.
We got fun stories.
Today. Run DMC had a song called "You Talk Too Much." We're saving it up. Don't worry, we'll be there.
We'll tell stories. We continue with a Fight Song Friday. Backyard Brawl, 1895. This thing is damn old. This is an old rivalry. Well, let's get to it and let's break it down. We're going to it.
What the hell?
B Howe. Where
Hello,
are you,
boys.
Brad Howe? Where are you?
How are we, guys? I am standing in front of the basketball facility at WVU. I know we're talking football, but basketball practice going on right behind me in there. Coliseum, where the Mountaineers play, right there. So I thought I'd check in with you with a little background there.
I love this. This is great. Have you talked about this game at all week, B. Howe? I mean, I'm just wondering, because I wore this stuff just for you. I don't know.
What? Hold on. What's happening? Hold on. I've lost you. I don't even know where you are now. I don't even know where you are. I'm out. I can't see anything. Where are you?
I wore this stuff just for you because one team from Pennsylvania already took you down, and now you got to go up to Pitt to play this game. Is anybody excited about this game, B. Howe?
Yeah, guys, and Dave, I wish the sun wasn't so bright. I can't exactly see what you have on, so I'll just go ahead and talk here since I can't see you very well. Just like we talked last time, Morgantown was insane before that Penn State game. Game didn't go the way a lot of Mountaineer fans wanted it to. This one's another really fun one. You talk about a heck of a way to open the season just from a fun fan standpoint. Matt, you referenced it. This game's been going on for 106 editions. This is number 107, West Virginia and Pitt. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Like rivalry games, especially when they're early, I may give you a bunch of I don't knows. We got a lot of things we think. I don't know that we know a lot about either of these teams, but I do know this. Sold out Acrisure Stadium. It will be bonkers and it will be insane for both sidelines.
Okay, so Pitt last week showed me something. They were down on the road, redshirt freshman quarterback. They come back and they win. How much faith do you put in the offense for West Virginia? Because we talked about the offensive line against Penn State, and fine, that's Penn State's defensive line, different story, but the offense did not look good in that football game. Will West Virginia be able to move the ball here against Pitt tomorrow?
Yeah, so good question. So without going all the way in the details, I can reference you back to some of our podcasts to dive into it more. Interestingly, coming out of that Penn State game, the biggest issue wasn't the offensive line, and I thought it was during the game. Upon second and third watch and talking with some of the coaches, the line did really well. In fact, the two highest graded linemen for West Virginia in that game were the two tackles going against Penn State's All-American NFL guys on the edge. They really contained that. There were a lot of other issues that led to the offense stalling that have since, I think that's not going to be a repeatable event. I feel better about West Virginia's offense. This Pitt defense is really, really aggressive. No surprise, that's what they've been under Pat Narduzzi. The question for them they are questioning whether it's the same level of talent they've had over the last couple of years when this series has been played. They've had a lot of NFL guys on that other side. They don't know if they have that this year. So a couple of things. If you're West Virginia, handle the aggressiveness and the pressure that is coming, and then try and big play them on the back end, because that's the risk reward of pressure. If they can't get home, this is a Pitt defense through 2 games, and it's a small sample size, that has shown an ability to give up the big play. They come into this game 69th nationally in opponent plays of 10 yards or more through their first 2 games. West Virginia, even with one of those opponents being Penn State, comes in 25th in plays of 10 yards or more. This West Virginia offense has some players that have big playability within them. So if West Virginia handles the aggressive nature and it has receivers that can get off the man press coverage that Pitt wants to play, Cincinnati did this a few times last week in building their lead. If West Virginia does that and handles it, I think they have a chance to attack that aggressiveness and hit some big plays.
You got all these numbers all the time, and I love you so much for it. But there's only one number that matters in the book. It says -1.5 next to West Virginia right now, and 61. Mihal, that's a high number, but like, is this going to be an offensive up and down, this go-go offense, all this other crap everybody talking about? Or are we going to see an under type of game?
Yeah, Dave, great question. You're on it as always. I saw it jump up to 63.5 here on DraftKings. Yeah, it's popping. So here's my take on that. I get it. Pitt is one of the fastest teams in the country, 3rd right now in plays per minute. They're snapping it every 12 to 15 seconds. So they want to go fast. The national narrative around West Virginia is they can't guard the pass. I've got a lot to say on that, but I won't do it on your show right now. I know we don't have time. I think it's better than what people are saying. So the question becomes, that's why the number's rising, right? You look at Pitt's fast offense. You look at them throwing on Cincinnati and Kent State. You see West Virginia's inability to guard the pass is what it looks like. And you think there's going to be a lot of points. This game generally goes under. I think if West Virginia is having success, yes, there's some big plays, but they're also able to run the ball. They want to run the football. That's no surprise. So to me, when you look at a rivalry game and that number starts to get high, it's not the highest total of the week, but it's not far off. Dave, what do we usually do with the highest total of the week? We automatically look under, guys. This, and you can fact check me on this, but it's maybe 6 of the last 7 in this series have gone under the total. So I get the move. I understand why nationally it would make that move. But this, to me, man, getting over 64 points seems like a ton in this game.
Brad, West Virginia in their last 6 games as a road favorite, they're 1-5. Now this might flip. Okay. We may see Pitt go off as the favorite, but if it's not, West Virginia -1, 1.5, 2, depending on what we see from a line movement perspective. Why have they struggled to win on the road when they're expected to do so?
Yeah, it's just a matter of making plays, Matt. I mean, I referenced back to this game 2 years ago up at Pitt. You had an NFL wide receiver out in the flat. Ball goes directly through his hands, and not only is it incomplete, it turns into a pick 6 that gives Pitt the win. So it's just been things like that. Last year, you can look at some of the games and say that they just didn't make enough plays in those type of games. So that's the part. And listen, it fits into the West Virginia mentality. It is better when people are doubting WVU. They seem to be better when there's a chip on their shoulder. They've got to learn to embrace the favorite role. So this is a toss-up game. The next 5 for West Virginia are basically going to be toss-up games. So I don't know that I put a ton of stock in that number, but West Virginia's got to show it can go on the road in a really tough environment and make some plays.
You have a plethora of history and stories about not only this game, just West Virginia in general. What is your favorite memory or part of this rivalry that, you want to share with the brigade and the people and everybody watching the show worldwide?
I've got a lot, and there's a difference between favorite and most vivid. And unfortunately, my most vivid, I'll start there because it's the worst memory, and Mountaineer fans still cringe. I still cringe, still makes me nuts. 2007, West Virginia was flat loaded.
You
Pat
brought
White.
it up, not me. I didn't want to be
Pat
accused of bringing that one up, but go ahead, continue.
Well, you can't bring it up. Either you're a Penn State guy or a Pitt guy. You can't straddle both. So I'm not listening to you. I'll talk to Matt right now for a second. So 2007, all West Virginia had to do, when you talk about favorites, beat a 28-point underdog in Pitt, and you're playing for a national title. Did not go West Virginia's way that night. Sad night. Tough night. Still not over it. Will never be over it. I was working in the athletic department at the time. Thought for sure I was headed to New Orleans for a national championship game. Not to be. Now, favorite memories? I've watched Mark Bulger, a Pittsburgh kid, go into Three Rivers, light them up for 6 touchdown passes. That was awesome. I've watched for Slayton and White each go for 200 combined yards, run up and down on the Panthers. I've watched John Pennington in the end zone at Mountaineer Field catch a pass at the end of the half. Leads to a victory for Mountaineers. I've watched Tyler Bittencourt hit a last-second field goal for WVU and win the game, and I could keep going on and on and on. West Virginia's had a lot of success in this series. They got to find a way to do it tomorrow.
Wild. You're in front of the basketball facility. Obviously, it's football season, but I bet more Drake basketball games than probably anybody in Vegas over the last 5 years watching Darren DeVries at Drake. He is now the coach of West Virginia. How have things been perceived? How are you hearing? What's D-Rock's first year going to look like with the Mountaineers?
Yeah, my guy, I am thrilled he's here as a native Iowan, born in Iowa City, grew up in Des Moines. I was thrilled to see all the Iowa guys here. In fact, just talked about 4 of them that were inside the building just now. We had a great conversation. Listen, he's a perfect fit for West Virginia. Hard-nosed, tough, runs great offense, is a no-nonsense coach. People are going to love him here in West Virginia. This first year of transition is always tough walking into the best basketball league in America. So this team is going to play really hard. It's going to have to make shots. It's going to give great effort. The question will be when it gets into conference play, it does have a lack of size. That will be the biggest detriment to West Virginia. They'll shoot it well. They'll guard. They'll trap. They'll get after it. Effort will be great. It's just going to be size when you get against the big guys in this league. That'll be the tough part in year one. But I think Darren DeVries is going to be a massive success here. He is a wonderful fit, and I think it was a great hire.
Is Tucker going to be well received? I mean, his coach's kid coming in from the Valley. This is what happened with Creighton when we saw Doug McDermott. Now, he didn't go to a different school, just a different conference when the Jays went from the Missouri Valley into the Big East. How is Tucker going to fare in the Big 12?
Yeah, extremely well because he's so good. He's going to be one of West Virginia's best player, if not its best player. Great kid, coach on the floor. And listen, West Virginia's used to this. John Beilein had a ton of success here with his son Patrick, one of the all-time great three-point scorers in this building right behind me. So Tucker will be extremely well received. Fans are used to seeing a father-son combination, and Tucker's just a great kid and a great player. He's going to be extremely well received.
Last one for me, sir. Are you late picking up the kids? You're supposed to be picking up the kids from school, aren't you?
Called in the bullpen today so I could be with you guys.
Look at you.
My man, I'll see you later on your show, right?
That's right. That's right. Tonight.
Very cool. The beard looks tremendous. The game should be phenomenal. Thank you for the time. We've enjoyed these last 2 hits with you. We'll keep it going throughout the entire year. College basketball, I want West Virginia to be relevant because I want to talk about D-Rock the entire fall, winter.
Come and do a game.
Come to a game. We would love to have you down here. Yeah, it'll be awesome. You know, anytime you need me, guys, I love being on with you. So thank you. I appreciate it.
You're the
best.
Is
Brad Howe joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book Backyard Brawl happening in Pittsburgh at, well, can we call it Heinz Field? Do we have to call it Acrisure?
I'm all for keeping it called Heinz Field forever.
Can we just call it Heinz Field?
Acrisure. I mess it up every time on purpose. I can't say it right. Acrisure. No.
So are you putting the Maloik on Pitt, or do you like Pitt? What?
Bro, I like Pitt. I think they're going to win the game.
Me too. I bet Pitt. So
I'm going to win the game. Give the kids something to vote on with that one. A backyard brawl.
And by the way,
mine right now is 1.5.
88% of our people are on UNLV. So like I was saying, yeah. Well, I mean, it's our audience though. I knew that. It's having me and having Joe. We did
make a good case.
We just made a good case for everybody. Right. So it doesn't mean anything there. I knew that was going to be, 87% on UNLV, but this will be a lot closer. Pitt and
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a lot closer.
If you want, you don't even need to.
Yeah, there we go. Let's do Pitt.
Do Pitt, West Virginia.
Yeah. Let's do just who wins.
Acrisure. Screw Heinz. Wow, Rainmaker Lou.
Wow, really?
Wow.
Man. Why don't we like Heinz anymore. That's what you guys are known for. Pittsburgh and ketchup. That's what you guys are known for. My gosh, come on now. It's interesting.
A little more than that. It's like Boston's known for tea. That's what you just said.
I'm not known for tea, dude. What are you talking about?
Pittsburgh ain't known for ketchup.
But we don't produce tea in Boston. You produce
Boston Tea Party. That's what everybody knows it from. That's where it
started.
Let's put it on the map.
Dave, the tea was from England. The tea wasn't from Boston.
That's what but it was the Boston Tea Party.
They threw the tea in from England.
That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about? Pittsburgh ketchup.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
Lobster rolls and chowder. That's what we're known for.
See?
Lobster rolls and chowder. Yeah. Still best line is that crab cakes in football. That's what Maryland's known for. That's still one of my favorites. Speaking of Boston College, Missouri might be the game of the weekend.
Weird to say, but true.
It really, I mean, I can't, this is like two sleeper teams. They're like BC's ranked. Wow. Missouri's top 10. Excuse me? Missouri's top 10? Wait. What? I got to watch. I'm not betting this game. I'm watching this game. If I was going to play it, I'll take the points, but I want to see.
Wait, does that say 6? Missouri's 6 in the country? That's not right.
Really? Go look at it.
Missouri's the 6th ranked team in the country right now.
That's my point. It's like wait, what? Yes. Bro. Yes. That's stay on the Bob train. It's
that the rankings are worth caca.
I don't know, Dave. Missouri's good. I mean, that's what I mean. I got to see them. They've been playing really good football.
6 in the country? I mean, they're trying to make the whole playoff an SEC thing.
They are. Missouri's really good. Missouri's got a quarterback. They've got an offense. They have a wide receiver. This first round pick. I mean, I got to watch this game. And this is a big number. They're at home. BC's got to go and prove what they did to Florida State wasn't a fluke. And you got Bill O'Brien and this defense and this offensive line that mauled Florida State. If they go to Missouri and maul Missouri, that would be huge for an ACC school to go down there to an SEC school and do that. Missouri being 6 is as crazy as BC 24th. I don't know.
Wissay, you might be right. Thank you for being here again, Wissay. I don't know. Mizzou, Mizzou, Coot. I don't know. Wow.
Missouri Final Four this year in football. In football for Missouri, not basketball.
Love this. Mooch is getting involved in this. Mizzou will make the playoff. Ian Lights Out said. Holy crap.
So, I mean, it's one of those.
Pick said George Panagakis has big future on Mizzou winning it all. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, you just want to get in the playoff. If they get in the playoff, you got a lot to work with.
Hedge off of it.
Wow.
This is, no one's talking about this game. Game day would go to this game if it wasn't for all the other games that they have available from a rivalry standpoint. This is the only two teams.
14.5.
It was 16 an hour ago.
You think this is going to be a game?
Well, according to, I mean, it's coming down. They like Boston College. That's the move. The Friday move came on BC. So I don't know. I mean, again, if BC covers, I'm going to go, okay, that's impressive. This is a game that I'm 47. I've watched a lot of BC football in my life. They should lose this game by 30. They should get killed in this game.
Wow.
So this is a Northern ACC school going to the South, going to the SEC or the whatever you want to call Missouri, the South. Yeah, it's Midwest, South, whatever it is. Columbia is going to be rocking. I mean, this is a ranked team coming into Missouri.
Wow.
And there's no Kansas State to worry about because they play tonight.
Sneaky game.
I
mean, game. Like it's just in the middle. It's a weird time. It's in the 9:45 kickoff start.
I drove to Maine to take BC in this game.
Damn, Ross.
You had to go to a different state to get a different book. To get a different number because you cannot bet Boston College in Massachusetts. That's why he had to do that.
Which there are so many dumb things in the sports betting stuff, but like the legislators thinking that's important at the beginning. So that's something that the book acquiesces and gives them. So yeah, we won't take bets on the local teams. And then 2 years later, they get enough calls, emails, texts and going, I'd love to be able to bet on the team that plays here. Like that's the team that would take the most bets in some cities.
Right.
And they don't do it. And then they always give in and do it. Like, I mean, we used to not take the UNLV stuff here for years and it ain't that big of a deal now. There's a lot more things to worry about. Gosh.
One more college game, then we get to the pros. LSU's laying 6.5 at South Kakalaka. 48, the total.
So I guess game day is going to be there, huh?
Yeah.
I saw Pat there this morning and I don't know. Dog live? Win outright?
I don't like LSU.
Win outright.
I'm not. I'm not in on Brian Kelly, so but I don't know. This is a number play because it's below 7, so I'd be careful.
Let's see here. Let me hit refresh. Where's that game at?
Yeah, Marcelo under. It's a good question. Are they bad? I don't know.
Exactly.
How much did Jaden Daniels?
Whoa, it's down to 6.
Okay, the moves
Detroit down south has 5.5.
Moves on South Carolina.
Oh no!
Auto fade Brian Kelly in big games.
Whoa, Joe TFP. I mean, FTP. Yeah, TFP. Wow.
I don't know. It's just one of those games where I think you got to be careful because you have a ranked LSU team. They're mad. Things haven't gone well. A lot of heat on Brian Kelly, and South Carolina is just sitting there and look out.
So we got a great visit. That was going to be one of my favorite things about today. I got to see big man Covey, shared some stories and pictures of the kids and all this other stuff. He's going back. He's already back in South Carolina. He flew back last night, but he said they live, and he don't want to get too excited, from being down there and everything, but the hype is real. This is going to be, I think this will be a very competitive football game. Under is what I'm looking at.
This is a no play for me.
Gamecocks could also roll over.
I don't like it because again, LSU has more talent than South Carolina does. LSU has a lot of pressure on them going into this game. South Carolina is unexpected to do much. It's a house play. This is house money they're playing with. So sometimes that's great. You play loose. Sometimes you go for it on 4th down from your own 30-yard line and don't get it. Sometimes you play too loose on this. And yes, Beamer is a great underdog coach. That's very true. I don't know. I mean, this is a watch in game for me. I want to watch this and see the first couple of series. I got to know if South Carolina can hang with LSU's talent. If they can, they're live. 100% they're live.
I think there's so much pressure on LSU. They have to win this game.
There is.
They have to win this game.
But they might, though, because these kids are used to it. Brian Kelly's dangerous, though. To lay points on the road with Brian Kelly, not great. Not in love with it. So I can pregame, I can see the dog take plus 6.5. I also would love to get in game at 7, 7.5, 8.
Right.
Somewhere in that range and get over 7 on that. Yeah, I think dog or nothing's a good for me, it's nothing. Until in game, it's dog or nothing for me on this. All right, to the NFL we go. Biggest number on the board. Raiders at Ravens. Home dog of 8. Are they going to get killed?
Not home dog.
Sorry, home favorite. Home favorite of 8. Sorry, road dog. Yeah. Home favorite at 8. Biggest number on the board. I mean, if the Raiders
don't anything to do with the Raiders in this spot,
no, I just don't want to lay 8 points.
That's fine, but you can't. I don't know.
Only 3 favorites lost in week 1. 9 and 7 ATS favorites. It's tight. Want to be the biggest number on the board,
right? Yeah, this is everybody's survivor pick. This is the Ravens' number of selections is going to be higher than the Bengals was last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're using the Ravens in week 2.
Yeah. Did you see the rest of the week?
They can't open up 0-2. I guess that's the thought, right? That they can't.
Yeah, they won't open up 0-2, and they won't. They won't lose to the Raiders at home.
It's a massive teaser leg.
They're going to lose to the Raiders at home. It's up to 9. Let me see. Oh, yeah, teasers, everything. Oh, it came back down to 8, so that's good.
Yeah.
So, and 9 must have been the bye. All right. 41 is the total. Ugly. Ugly game. Ugly. I don't know. This is one of those ones they just kind of go, this one won't even make the $4.
Right.
I don't think early.
I think you can bet some garbage time props with the Raiders. I think Adams and White. I think you're going to get some. I think this game could get out of hand, and then the Raiders just are. The Ravens aren't going to pin their ears back. They're going to let the Raiders just run the clock out, and you could get some prop bets on the Raiders. But I think this is a game I can't take the Raiders here. I'm down on the Raiders. I bet under on their win total. Like I said, going into the year, I don't think the Raiders are going to be good. I think that they don't have a quarterback. And I think their offensive weapons are limited. So it's going to be a long year here, in my opinion.
Right.
Cowboys down to 6 at home against New Orleans. Sharp side is the Saints, right?
No, it's just that's where you don't let it get to 7.
Okay.
You know, they've announced their presence with authority that the dog player has played it. Listen, every dog is the sharp side this week. This is favorite week. This is, I mean, just favorite. And again, some years they get there. I don't know. What do you glean from the Saints? The first
destroying the Panthers, and the Panthers are awful.
Right.
That's why everyone's gonna be on the Chargers. I thought you'd say the Chargers were the number 1 survivor pick.
No. Ravens will be because they're home. The Ravens will be.
Okay.
Chargers will be top 4 or 5. The hesitation is on the road.
These are your million lines. These have moved,
Okay.
but to give you an idea,
right?
This is what the lines are from Circa Millions.
So what they use for the Cowboy game there?
6.
6.5.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry. 6.5. Sorry. I'm looking
Okay.
wrong. 6.5. Chargers are 6. Cowboys 6.5. If you go with the survivor pick with the Ravens, they're going 8, which is what the number is now.
Right.
Chargers 6. I mean, Bucks are catching 7 at the Lions.
5 whole numbers. How about that?
Yeah.
1,
Right.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. On Sunday. 6,
So,
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. That's unusual. That tells you how tight the lines are. Oh, man. I don't know. This is a total pass. I don't know. I think Dallas wins a game at home, but Dallas could lose. I don't know. What do I take from Dallas? I learned more about Cleveland than I did about Dallas. You know, I don't think the Chargers will. Yeah. And a lot of people aren't going to use them even in the contest
at all.
Spread.
Right.
You know, that's a tough one. That feels like an under.
Yeah, this is a week. I told you before we started the show. Looking at the Circa lines, I was like, I like 6 favorites, and I'm like, nope, not playing many of them because I know better. Like at least half of them are going to lose, and I just got to find which dogs do I like enough to take them because I don't know. There's a lot of numbers out there that seem like, oh, Bengals lay the 5.5 with the Chiefs. That's going to be easy.
That's easy. Yeah, that one will be easy.
You think this is easy? Casey's going to kill
be easier. I think it'll be easier than people think.
Chiefs kill the Bengals?
Oh no, I think they somehow win.
Okay.
But they never cover. That's the problem. Like they somehow backdoor, blah, 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 whatever. But Bengals are a mess. They're not.
It comes down to T. Higgins for me, though. I don't think you can play this game until you find out if T. Higgins is playing. If T. Higgins is playing, then I think the Bengals have a chance to cover. Without him, that offense doesn't work with just one wide out. You got to have them both. So, and we saw
missed Mixon a little too.
A ton. They miss
all these running backs telling them no value. Everybody has no value until you tell them they have no value, and they go somewhere else. Then you go,
uh-oh.
Yeah,
they had some value.
Should have listened. The guy really liked being here, and he was really looked good in that uniform. Should have kept him.
Oh, he's out.
Oh, he's out. Thank you, Sully.
KC, Chiefs, lay it. I'll be on that. Yeah, if he's out, yeah, absolutely. If he's out, they're in big trouble. 0-2 start, and so he's not playing.
Yeah, they've done that before. They're it's not the end of the world going 0-2. I mean, it puts you up against it making the playoffs, but with the 17th game now, the 0-2 stat, I think doesn't mean as much. Yeah, it's not as powerful. You got an extra game to make up. So
it's the 0-3 start that really.
Oh, the 0-3 is toast. Yeah.
Is your
oh god, shade 724. I just got I mean, wait, you know what makes us jump scare? Can you hit it real quick, just real fast? Because I got a jump scare from shade 724's. Just in case anybody wasn't listening, we woke you up right there. Shade 724 just came and gave me the jump scare. KC and Baltimore, love them both on the 6-point teaser. You can start printing them now in the books at every denomination. $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, whatever you want. Dear Lord, which one's going to lose that? Neither.
Yeah, probably neither.
Neither. Start building them teasers, boys. Oh, September in the book. It is a teaser's paradise.
Look, I'm 0-3 in prime time sides. I'm 3-0 in same game teasers.
Yeah, them some bees are falling right around the number. Good for the teasers. Good for the teaser players. Not good for the book. No sympathy for the book.
Houston's laying 6.5 Sunday night.
How can they lose this game?
Bears can cover it.
Yeah.
I like the Bears to cover this. I think 6.5. I think the Bears cover.
Do you really?
I do. I think the Bears cover it.
Wow.
I think the Bears will have some opportunities here. I'm not as high on everybody as I like the Texans, but you've called this numerous times with me. This is one of my blind spots.
Blind spots.
Texans are one of these teams that I just tend to, but this would be for me, this is going to be a same game teaser. This is take Houston down to 6, take the total up to 50 to 51.5 and go under.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Caleb was at home first game. Yes.
Yep.
Against Tennessee. They had 149 total yards. Now they're going to go on the road to Houston and be better. Like they got to be better, but like better,
good enough to cover. But again, special teams and mistakes. The Texans didn't look phenomenal. I mean, they gave up a bunch of points and yards to the quarterback that I have a lot of questions in Anthony Richardson. Got beat by a couple of bomb throws, a couple of deep shots.
I think the Colts are sneaky good.
Okay.
Competitive anyway. All right, give the boys and girls a pro chat or a pro vote to vote on this game.
CBW, what?
Giants +1 have been really good. Playing Washington. CBW. What are you talking about right now?
The Giants are the worst team in football.
Holy crap. Although the Giants plus the points there might be to play.
1.5? No way.
How can anybody be favored in that game?
Well, fine.
But pick them.
Yeah, right. Take the home team.
Yeah. You can give the kids and boys and girls here a poll for the pro game. Sunday night football.
Commanders
Chicago at Houston, 6.5. We got a bunch of people that listen and watch this show from both states, Illinois and Texas. And we appreciate the hell out of all of you. But you voting Bears +6.5 or Texans -6.5?
I'm take the Bears.
I got the Texans.
But I'm gonna tease it. I'm gonna tease it down.
Bears
cover. Texans win. Bears cover.
Calling your shot. I like when you do that.
Yes.
It's tough to do.
But I almost got it. I've almost got it a couple times, but it's almost like hedges.
I know.
It's almost like hedges. You take 6.5, you tease it down Houston, and you just play it out. You think it burns you is like last night. That game didn't have any points in the fourth quarter, which was, that game was all but over, like going over the total last night. And then it just stopped. The Tua injury just put the brakes on everything. Sucked the air out of the building. Game flew under. Way under.
It was 24-10 at halftime.
It was 31-10 with 9 to play in the third quarter.
And a game didn't go over.
Game didn't score any more points. 0 points. That's it.
That's a tough spot right there.
Tough
34 points at halftime. You need over 48 and you can't get there.
All right. Doctor's Parlay. Then we'll get the baseball story that you've all been asking for. And then it's Roll Call Friday. So get ready, guys, for this. Your Doctor's Parlay is a 76-1 Ford team and round robin this for 26-1.
Right.
3s and 4s.
So you put it in combinations of 3s and 4s. So it's 6 bets. Okay. Bonvi, write it down. I'll text it to you, Bonvi, but he's texting me right now. Do you have the Doctor's Parlay? I said,
right in front of you. Screenshot this.
Right here. All right. Doctor's Parlay from down south. Tonight, UNLV plus 280. 142, game number 142. If you have rotation numbers or use a screen or anything like that, it's Pitt tomorrow plus 105 right now. It's actually plus 115 because it went back up to 2.
Okay.
Game number 165, Florida International University, FIU, is playing Florida Atlantic. So they're getting, I believe, 6 points or so, 6.5, plus 175. And Wyoming, a home dog to BYU, is a monster. That's like 10, 11. Now, the doctor takes a shot. All right. He gives it to you straight. No Novocaine, no nothing. He sends it to me. All money lines. If you hit 3 out of 4, you're guaranteed to make some nice cash. If you hit 4 out of 4, like you did last year once or twice, I think once, I remember Bonvi went and got like a new TV or something. Like it was he hit a nice little score. Yeah. So playing plus the points, because 2 probably cover if they don't win, but you'll probably get 2 covers. But realize that you might hit 1 or 2 of these in a season. So take 2, take 4, call me in the morning like the doctor says. That's the doctor's parlay.
3 out of 4. 26-1.
How do you feel about being on 2 of those? I don't know how to feel.
I like it. I'm on UNLV and Pitt.
I don't know how to feel.
Just those. I mean, one of these are not winning. So, and again, dog, they can lose the game and still cover. I'm on the cover. I'm not on the money line.
Right.
So UNLV loses by 3. I'm good. Pitt loses by 1. I'm good.
I can tell you this. You'll have those first 3 in when it gets to the Wyoming game.
You'll have a chance to hedge off of it. Yep.
100%. That game is at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. So be very, very aware of that. Yeah.
So here's your baseball story before we get to Roll Call Friday.
This is unbelievable.
A catcher in the Twins organization was tipping pitches to players at the plate. He was telling them what was coming. When he was
like
asked
a real life Crash Davis.
And when he was asked why, he said he wanted to get the year over. He was sick of playing baseball.
Man, what do you say to that?
There's so many problems with this, and there are so many gambling implications from this that I kept on waiting for the gambling connection. Kept on.
Is there?
There isn't as right now.
There's not. Right.
There is not one at right now.
Single A. I don't mean who's booking that.
I don't know, but
I don't think anybody is, to be honest.
I was going, where is the gambling connection? Like the kid got deep. Now he's telling people, bet the over, bet the team total over, whatever it is. He's telling the guy at the plate what is coming. Like you can't, like this can't be serious. Like you can't be, like what is going on?
If I'm the pitcher and I find that out, we got a real problem.
100%. Especially because you're at single A, you're trying to make a name for yourself to get moved up and make the bigs. So if your ERA is 2 runs higher because this guy's behind the plate and you're like, what the hell is going on? It's like, well, right. He hit the damn bull. It's like he knew it was coming. He did.
Yeah. So he's out of baseball?
Well, he's cut. I mean, he was cut, released by the Twins. So
the guy had a really good career. It looked like I looked at the career numbers at Coastal Carolina. And I mean, I get at some point, like you're tired and you do want to just go home or whatever, but like who in the hell is gonna take him back? Right? Like you were doing what? And we caught you? Like obviously, I don't think that's the first time that that's ever happened.
Right.
So yeah. How did they
well, the umpire would have heard, wouldn't you? The umpire would have heard the catcher say fastball.
I would think so.
Curveball, slider, high inside. Like he would have, I mean, like they would have known something. Someone, if you're an umpire, you mean have walked over to the manager and be like, hey man, I think your catcher's telling the batter what the pitch is coming. What? Yeah, I think he's tipping your pitches. Like you're going to have a fight on your hands.
So they would lose and then be eliminated from the playoffs and he wouldn't have to keep playing. Correct. That was the whole thing. Yeah. I don't know. The whole thing is, I read it after you sent it and I was like, man, this is not good. Just in general. I mean, forget about the gambling implications because I really don't think there are any. I would never put up single A baseball. Not for I mean, nobody's giving me a bag to do anything for that anymore, but I wouldn't put it up. There's no way as a book you can't put it up because that's deeper conversation. That's why with the lower level sports and crazy things, like we've had, do you remember that cricket league that was invented?
Right. Fake. Right. Yeah.
Right.
They're booking it. They're fake booking it, a league that wasn't a league. They're booking
Right.
it. Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's why as the book, you have to make conscious decisions, what you put up and the prices you put up. Talked about the gaming, hearing in Massachusetts and why people get limited. If they know, you can't take the bets. Like you can't put it up. If you don't know or you want to be exposed to the risk, I mean, you got a guy sitting behind the plate going fastball. Don't swing, breaking ball. Change up, let it go. Fastball, middle in. Can you believe it?
Right. It's opposite of everything you're ever taught in sports. It's horrible. It's betrayal. It's dereliction of duty. It's everything. It's just the most dirtiest thing you can do. It's the lowest of the low to do that. And it's professional. It's not even like college or high school or something, it's your livelihood. Just quit. Like just quit. No one's making you be there. It's not like you're being forced to play catcher or something. You don't like baseball. You don't want to be a baseball player. Okay. Quit.
Well, the problem is, right? If you quit, they know you quit. You're out.
Oh, this is better?
If you go to the manager and say, Skip, I can't catch. I'm done. I just can't. My body hurts. I'm done. All right, you're gone. So you try to just talk through the mask and like get through the game and let it go. And then mysteriously the season just ends. I don't know. Like it's a weird situation. I mean, do you remember your last year of college? Like, were you done?
Oh, I was done.
You were done your sophomore year.
I was done for a long time.
Right.
I just did everything just to get my degree. As long as I was getting my degree, it's all that mattered. I spent all my time at the radio station or the newspaper.
Right.
Class was just an afterthought.
I mean, everybody gets to that point in their life where they're done.
I knew what I wanted to do though. Like I knew what I had. I knew I was getting experience by being involved with my radio station and newspaper. I was getting actual training to get a job. Going and learning about geology 102 was not going to get me a job. So I didn't really care.
Right.
So it's just what do I need to graduate? A C. Okay. Let's just get a C. Let's just make sure I can graduate. Get my degree and get the hell out of this campus and get as far away as I could. But yeah, that's true. He did take someone's spot with a dream. That's very true. He did do that. He was occupying someone's dream. That sucks.
Yeah,
to have him do that. That's too bad. Yeah. All right, boys, it's time. Roll call Friday. I froze. Did that play right?
It played perfectly on my end.
Good. Okay.
Yes, it did.
I froze the first second.
You froze?
When I hit it, it froze. So I got to hit it again so I could, because I have to hear it. Oops. Roll call, boys and girls. But I know.
We need the 3-digit area codes.
But you got more.
Right now.
But you got more.
Oh, yeah. No. While they're putting the area codes in, because they come in fast, we got to catch up. So I give Mikey Awesome a shot to get ready and, crank it up and calm it down and everything else. But no, so this morning, my wife's like, when are you doing the show? And I told her and I started talking and she goes, you know what? You talk too much. Like, seriously. Like, you guys talk too much, blah, 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 whatever. And it came up in my feed. You tell me these all the time. These phones are listening. Like, it's just weird coincidence that one of my favorite followers on Twitter is an account called Old School. And the song came up. It was unbelievable. It was perfect timing. Run DMC. And it's, you talk too much. You talk too much. Hey, you over there. I know about your kind. You're like the independent network news on Channel 9. Everywhere that you go, no matter where you are at, I said you talk about this and you talk about that. When the cat got your tongue, I say you took it right back. Your mouth is so big, one bite could kill a Big Mac. You talk too much. You never shut up. I said you talk too much. Homeboy, you never shut up. I couldn't stop. I was all walking around, dancing, singing it, saying it. Went back to 1985, wearing the, Run DMC stuff. Couldn't find it today. But I was like, you know what? People tell me that about you on this show all the time. They say, you know what? Peralt talks too much. I'm like, get in the chat and tell him. Don't bother me with this. He shows up and does the show every day. I don't want to hear your shit. That's what I tell them. So that's what we do on the show. And we're not talking too much right now. What we are doing, again, reminder for those of you that missed it earlier, 3-team parlay, hat, special, from me, designed by you. I need a comment on the YouTube video today, tomorrow, Saturday, or today's Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday.
Yes.
Need a comment. You have to be following the YouTube channel.
Yes.
So we're
going to check it.
Right?
So.
We're going to check it once we do it. So leave a comment. It can be anything. A play, a pick, a nothing, whatever you want. We're going to pick somebody after Monday. So on Tuesday, we'll get it. You're going to get 3 hats designed by you. We'll reach out. We'll get a number. You can text the text line 702-570-8255 on Tuesday. Don't send no text to no text line this weekend, please. You can email the show, thebvbshow.com.
Better.
Much better. Send an email to that because we got stuff to do. Okay? We got picks to get in. For those of you, remember, get your picks in tonight, ideally by tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. That's for the Brigade Proxy Service, which we are still doing and doing all season. So thank you all very much for that. All right. You got it scrolled up. You got it teed up where we're going to go. I think the states thing is crazy. Last week we had 7 countries check in, which is awesome. And I believe the total states, I went back and looked, was 41. And we had a couple new states, which was good. The goal is 50, boys and girls. We need 50 states.
To get them all.
It
would be awesome.
We got to dab the map. We got to find a way to do it. So, pull. Hit it.
And away we go. We start.
Away we go. Hit it. Let's go.
Blue Spader.
My man, Blue Spader, 702 North Las Vegas. Looking forward to UNLV tonight and a backyard brawl tomorrow. Go Rebels and go Blue Spader. Entry in the circuit contest. Keep it going, Blue Spader. Rainmaker 512-412 Pittsburgh, PA. Hopefully you and I forget who it was will hook up at the pit game tomorrow. You guys will be there. If you do, take a picture with a hat. I love to see it. Everybody take a picture with the hat. Send it
at the games you're at.
Please. Games, high school games.
Monday, we'll do it all. We'll do the Where is the BVB on Monday.
Absolutely. Jason Tesh, 361 Victoria, Texas. See? Tejas in the house. Love it.
Houston.
Vinny Komwinski, 260 Fort Wayne, Indiana. Great night for high school football. Absolutely. True. Friday night always is. E-Rod Sean, 703. I believe that's Virginia. Thank you, E-Rod Sean. Love that picture of the dog. Arctic, 402 Omaha, Nebraska. GBR. I have not seen you in here before, Arctic. If you're a recruit, thank you for being here.
Do you know what GBR means?
GBR? I got no idea. You tell me.
Go Big Red.
Oh, we starting that?
They're good. They're good. It's coming. I mean, this is a repressed fan base. I'm getting like daily text messages, daily FaceTimes from my Nebraska football friends.
Here we go.
They're all talking. They're talking and talking and talking, and I'm hearing playoff. I'm like, boys, can we pump the fucking brakes for a second? Like, calm down. It's great. You have a freshman quarterback. You got a tough conference coming up. You beat Colorado. Relax. That's not a good football team. Let's see you play somebody for real, and then we'll talk.
Man, oh man. I mean, this is one of those things. I'm going to play this song. You're always spreading rumors, whether bad or good. You're the damn Walter Cronkite of the neighborhood. The Barbara Walters and the Howard
this.
Cosell, you always come around with a story to tell. You talk too much. This is what Nebraska fans are going to do if this team gets it. We're going to use this sound all season long.
True. They're
going
going
to. Jimmy Football, 416, Toronto, Canada.
We have a Jimmy Football and we have a football guy. So we have two football handles.
We got a lot of Jimmys. We got a lot of footballs. We got a lot of things. A lot of hats. A lot of BS. Roger Long, senior member, sir, reported for duty, 765, Clinton, Indiana. I got to call Roger just to say hello because he don't take text. I don't even think he has email. But Raj, looking good. Stay strong, Raj. Delco Mike. Welcome back, Delco Mike. 302, Newark, Delaware, calling in from work. New Orleans.
Nola.
Under.
Baseball.
6.5 strikeouts. LFG, have a good weekend, Brigade. Delco Mike, don't get in trouble at work, but thank you for calling in and checking in on Roll Call Friday. Dear Jakes, 270, Bradenburg, Kentucky. I believe this is a recruit. Welcome.
I never heard of Brandenburg, Kentucky. That's cool. That's a neat place. Never heard of
Love it. Joel Onler, big brother. 319, CR.
Do you know yet what CR stands for?
Cedar Rapids.
There you go.
Paying attention.
There you go. There you go.
Yorkie, my brother, 702, Southwest Vegas. Missed you at the movie theater. Was hanging out at the book last week at Suncoast. I'll find you this weekend. Corey Macbeth, 402, Omaha, Nebraska. Welcome, sir.
To Omaha.
GBR.
Oh, two Kentuckys.
Hello. We're getting big in Kentucky. You know we're coming. Eric Comrade, 270, Western Kentucky. Have a blessed weekend, fellas. You do the same, Comrade. There, my man, Josh would say, 215, Temple University, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
It's a
Welcome.
tough part of Philly, though. Temple's campus is a tough part of Philly.
And you get tough when you go there. That's all right.
Do. It's a tough part of Philadelphia.
Ryan Coop, 2 O's, 1 small T, 660, Tipton, Missouri. Apparently, you got a really good football team there in Mizzou. We'll find out a lot about both of those teams this week. John Serrett, 2 R's, 2 T's, 304, Oak Hill, West Virginia. We're coming to West Virginia at some point. I'll be coming for B. Howe's ass later on his show in West Virginia Metro.
Pause.
Stop. I'll get him. That's all right. He knows. We're close. We're fine.
We're close.
We're close.
Okay.
I can do it. Daniel, Look at this. Hi, Daniel. 506 Costa Rica. Hi, Daniel. We'll be talking. Hi,
does Daniel
different
work?
Daniel? Nope. I don't know Daniel.
Wow.
I want to know Daniel. I like Costa Rica.
A random Costa Rica.
Gotta come visit. Yeah.
There's got to
bring us down there at some point.
We need a story. There's got to be a story. There's a story behind Daniel in Costa Rica. There's a story.
There ain't no story. I don't know Daniel.
If you're watching this show, there's a story.
There ain't no story. The people are finding the show all over the place. Chris Covey, big man, 843, Guatemala, South Carolina. Got back from the 702 at 8:30 a.m. this morning. Certified zombie today. Hopefully she lets you sleep. But he's been gone 6 days.
Yeah.
You know what the wife does. When you're gone 6 days in Vegas,
Here.
have fun with daddy. I'm going out.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
I've been there. That's all right. She ain't watching the show right now anyway. She was here earlier. She gone. John, 724, Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Go Pitt. Pitt is it. Kevin Whitrock, 319, Iowa City. 81 and sunny. We are currently in second summer here in Iowa. What is that, P-Roll? The second summers?
It used to be politically incorrect called the Indian summer, but it's now, they call it second summer now, or they call it just, fall heat. It's hot in all of it's weird. It's cold here and hot everywhere where it's supposed to be cold.
Somebody turned on the air conditioning here. It was beautiful in the last couple mornings. Holy crap, is it nice here?
Yeah, it was 73 degrees here this morning, and I was like, whoa, all right, it's the fall. Because like in New England, it's 85.
Really?
It's not. Yeah, it's hot. It's like
so
beach weather.
Summer, so this is the last hurrah.
This is the last touch, and then Father Winter shows up early. When this happens, you get brisk Octobers.
Damn.
Yeah.
Rosie, 415, San Francisco, California, underrated event, UFC in the Sphere.
It's not underrated. It's just overshadowed. It's not it's not underrated, just overshadowed. There's a difference.
It's going to be good.
It's a niche audience. We're watching it. We're fired up. We got a whole bunch of people here in town. The Sphere looks incredible. So it's going to be fun. But supposedly it's the most, it's the biggest bath that the secondary ticket operators have taken in a long time on tickets.
Really?
Yeah, they all thought this was going to be a high ticket, and they've gone from $2,700 average price to $700 average price.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've seen the bottom fall out for people because they don't know what this is going to look like.
Right.
It might not be a good spectator event for people to watch it in person. It may not be all that great because it's hard to configure it. I watched you two there. It's hard. You're going to watch it on the screen. So you're going to pay $2,000 to watch a fight on the screen? Yeah. Probably not.
I'm not.
So.
Yeah, definitely not. Joe, TFP, 303, Denver, Colorado. A great day to be alive. Absolutely, sir. Have a great weekend. Every day is a great day to be alive, especially on Roll Call Friday. Latest scrimmage, 7:05, Orillia, Ontario, 26 degrees Celsius.
See, it's been
78
nice
degrees
in Canada.
78 degrees Fahrenheit. You try to trick me up there, Linus. You're supposed to put an F after the. Look at that. I'm paying attention to you, Linus. You got to have my back. Blaze T1. Welcome, sir. I ain't never seen you here before, but thank you for being here. 616 Grand Rapids, Michigan. Don't let the Tigers get hot.
They already are.
Don't let that team get hot is right. Lost a tough one yesterday. Stay strong, Tiger fans. Deuce Daily 978, Lowell, Massachusetts. If you're not watching the show, watch just to see Deuce Daly's avatar. His dog got a hat. Get a hat. Leave a comment. The Shrew. What's up, Shrew? Hung out with the Bomber a couple days ago here in town. Miss you, bro. 916, Sacramento, California. Ross Randall, 978, Amesbury, Massachusetts.
He's fishing again.
What?
He's fishing again.
Currently off Jeffrey's Ledge.
Chasing
the tuna.
He's in the ocean. He's in the ocean.
Hold on, BVB to the moon. He's chasing the tuna. This is like actually fishing, or is that code for something?
No, Jeffrey's Ledge is out on the shelf, on the continental shelf. He's out in the ocean. Just
wondering. Thought somebody might be playing a joke on me, chasing the tuna, code word for something else, title shots or something like that. Kevin Roper, 601, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. USM Southern Miss won their home opener last week. Pumped to watch live football again. Tell them, Kevin. Here we go. Francisco Ochoa with a two-team hat parlay in his avatar. 951 Hemet, California. Not too bad today in the 80s degrees. Hopefully you got clear skies because this stuff is still in the air here at night, especially. It's terrible. Crop _ Duster 007 757 Newport News, Virginia. Let's go Broncos, Dave. Man, what you talking about? You might be right. They may win that game.
No.
I hope not.
No.
I ain't ready for the Broncos to beat them at home like that. Steeler defense, that game's going under. Under the SoCal DJ 951 Riverside. AQI is finally under 40 again. Thank goodness. All the fires are being contained. Shout out to all the FD guys, including the LVFD, for helping out LFG. Thank goodness, because that stuff was in the air. That's some scary stuff, P-Roll. Those wildfires are crazy.
Bad.
The Juice, 480, Ahwatukee, Arizona. Rebs in Arizona, both to cover tonight. Hawk Tour, get well soon and practice sliding on the slip and slide. I don't even know what you're talking about, the Juice. I ain't been one of them slip and slides in a lot of years. I ain't doing that stuff. Dawn-Pharaoh, 928, Yuma, Arizona, 98 degrees. How about hat, UPS colors? Wear it all day at work. Yes, sir. Saludos a todos. Have a great weekend, Dawn-Pharaoh. UPS colors. I got to see if I can get that done. I ain't seen no brown. Have to ask Corbin and get a brown one.
The Carhartt colors, though.
What's that?
Carhartt colors is something we can do.
Okay. Yeah, we can. We'll see. _ Adam. Love this avatar. The 303 Castle Rock, Colorado. Headed to the Rocky Mountain Showdown this weekend. Go CSU.
Take the points.
Watching that on Saturday. That'll be
Take
good.
the points. +7. Take the points.
Chris Otto. My brother, 724 Hopewell Township, PA, 83 degrees and a butte out there. Otto was this close to getting a worldwide picture of Caitlin Clark shooting.
Yeah.
He was right behind her. We're going to show it on Monday.
Yeah.
He's just leaned out to the side. Right next to Caitlin Clark's elbow was BVB right there with the hat. J-Buck, 603. Hampton, New Hampshire. Tour Trader Pro. Let's go. Ryan Andrew Fletcher, 703. Ashburn, Virginia. Man, oh man. I like that avatar. He's always looking us up. Marcella Unda, 504. New Orleans. We're safe from Hurricane Francine. Thank goodness. But still some without power in the city. I was going to reach out. I don't even know how to reach out to somebody that's in the hurricane path.
You can't.
Like, what do you do? Are you okay?
That's all you know.
Got no power, right?
Right. And cell phones often don't work.
True. So email anything you can when we reach out. Tie this up and then we'll finish this on the other side.
Okay. Guys, Roll Call Friday will continue in bonus time. If you guys are with us live, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. You guys don't move because we have more to come for you guys. If you are watching on the replay, we'll see you on Monday. We'll recap the entire weekend for BVB, football, college, pro, all the like on Monday. It's a Rhythm Monday. So looking forward to seeing James Santor back on the show on Monday. For the rest of you guys who are with us live, don't move. You're getting bonus time. Okay, we go.
Leave off there.
We leave up.
Marcella Unda was the
got
last one. There's my man Era Abrahamian, most likely. 818 Northridge 78 and sunny. Great weekend to all. You have Era blocked on Twitter, and I don't know why. Era keeps asking me, Era, Matt, hug, kiss, makeup. I don't know what you got to do.
I block probably 4 to 5 people a year. So
okay,
if you got blocked, you earned it.
Oh boy, Era. I don't know what you did. I can't help you, but thank you for watching the show. Hugs to the girls and all that rest of that stuff. Enjoy the weekend. We'll probably come out to see you at some point with the Dodgers. Daniel G, my 313 brother, 989 Saginaw, Michigan. Lions tease points and over. T's and P's to Mrs. G. Was in the ER all night. Glad we got some answers. Gallbladder stink. Minus. Oh boy, minus 10,000. Love you boys. Let's have a good weekend. Yeah, that gallbladder thing is no good. No good.
Yep, I've done it. Middle of the night, wake up. 3 hours later, in surgery. Bye-bye gallbladder.
Yours was in the middle of the night wake-up call?
No, mine was, I woke up at about 5:30 in the morning, probably. First thing in the morning with, pain. And then I was out by 11 a.m. I was in surgery to go get it out. Quick. It was quick.
Football guy 97 570 Scranton, Pennsylvania. Sunny and 82. Daughter's recruiting visit this weekend. Thankfully, no PSU. Right. PSU's off this week. That's why I'm wearing the pit stuff too. I can't wear the pit stuff too often.
Right.
Tim Muccio, 732 Long Branch, New Jersey. Jersey Shore in the house. My man Timmy. Love to see it. Thank you for being here, sir.
Ooh, that looks like a recruit.
Look at this new guy, Brandon Walton. We welcome everybody. 804 Richmond, Virginia. Let's go Hokies. Got a request for a Hokies hat. I'll be on the mission to find that actual color. That's not
tough
an
start
easy
to the
one
year.
to find.
A tough start to the year for Tech.
Let it go. Let it go.
Just tough start to the year. So it's just tough start.
Listen, Brandon just came in. Let it go. Hokies. Here we go. Andy Caston, 262, Wisconsin this week. He's a Vegas guy. He's in Wisconsin. Hold it down. One snap. Bonvie, 519, Windsor, Ontario. Watching the show now at Hurricanes in Windsor, Ontario.
So is Hurricanes the same as like New Orleans is Hurricanes?
No. Hurricanes is a bar.
I know. There's a bar in New Orleans with Hurricanes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't know if it's the same or not, or different or not. So there's a bar. I forget what the drink, the Hurricane, also was invented in New Orleans, but I forget.
You ever have that drink?
Oh, yeah.
Did it mess you up?
It's all like, it's like it's a strong drink. It's a creeper. Easy to drink, heavy on the liquor.
Pause. Creeper. I didn't even know what to say. I never heard that expression in my life. Bonvie, that's the Doctor's Parlay. UNLV, Pitt, FIU, and Wyoming. Just to remind you. Dave's Daily Picks, 317, currently in Fishers, Indiana, 83 and sunny. He enjoyed that. He thought that the Talk Too Much request Run DMC was on him. It wasn't. No, was not. Eron Sean is yes. 703 Centerville, Virginia, 81 degrees. Thank you, sir. Ian Lights Out. He's holding it down in the Brooklyn area. 718 High 70s in Brooklyn, and it's football time. It ain't Yankee time. Not yet. Shade 724 is in the 724. That is Blairsville, Pennsylvania, outside the city, more towards central Pennsylvania. Small town. Thank you for being here, sir. Chef Benny, 401, present and accounted for, sir. Have a great weekend, Brigade. Enjoy the off week for Penn State. Find some winners on that college football board. They're all over the place. Pierre in the cut, my man, 317, Indianapolis, 83 degrees and sunny.
Nice and Indy.
See you guys soon. Absolutely. I can't wait. I told you I'm coming to Indianapolis. I'm going to meet Dad. I'm going to get a nice shave, the whole deal. I saw the scene from the barbershop from Coming to America today, and I think about Pierre hanging out in a barbershop was one of my favorite things to do when I had hair. Yulee 5, EULLE 5. This is in 781. Is that Woburn? Woburn.
Woburn. Yes.
Who the hell says that? Woo. That's how you people say it?
You can't ask that question with Massachusetts. None of our towns make any sense. It's Woburn.
Woburn.
I miss some. I'll go up and find it above Boost Spitter CBW. I'll go find some people.
J2 Hustle. He got that picture, man. This guy's a model. 724, Newcastle, Pennsylvania. CBW. How do we miss CBW? 315, Oswego, New York. 76 degrees. Sunny, dry degrees. Syracuse Pie Week. Yeah, that's right. You better get ready for UNLV. You better get ready. Jim Montgomery, 215, Philly Burbs, 84 and sunny. Let's go, Phillies. Huge weekend of baseball. Philadelphia and the Mets this weekend.
Who are we talking to, Thomas? Who are we talking to? Who talks too much?
This is my dear friend Thomas, who we lived across the street from for like 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Spent a lot of time talking on the curb to Thomas. He's a photographer, local guy.
So you talk too much
to take care of. Yeah, you're right. You talk too much too, Thomas. I'm glad you're here watching the show. Vinko Martinsevich, 385, Croatia. My man Vinko holding it down over there. Mark Schilling, 314, St. Louis, Missouri. Everyone, enjoy your weekend. You do the same, Shill. Sharpie _RW, 303, Denver, Colorado. P-Roll, more and more. How many Colorado people we keep getting?
A lot. Now? Yeah, it's a lot. Right? It's cool. It's nice.
We're going to have to put that on the list when these people ask us, what states are you guys popular that have gambling? Colorado's going to the top. Columbus, Ohio. The Bomber, Brent Lalonde. Commanders -3. Have a weekend, boys. Really?
This always freaks me out. That just freaks me out.
What the hell is that?
That just freaks me out.
I don't know what kind of helmet that is. He's just riding a bike, or is that what's he doing? But Douglas Patton is here. He's in Andover, 978. We're getting big in Massachusetts. People,
it's my hometown. It's where I'm from. That's just like, wait, what?
Douglas, you're gonna have to tell us, boy, where you live.
I need like address. Yeah, you're gonna say Andover 978. I need like, Ballard Vale. I need like, where are you actually? BVB hat patch colors in season. Ticket wow, 22
ticket holder, 22 seasons.
Damn, Douglas, you've seen a lot of wins. Seen a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna catch up now.
You've seen a lot.
Damn, 20. What a run!
Right,
the last 22 seasons.
You've seen a lot.
What the hell? You can't pick a better 22. I'm gonna buy season tickets right now.
Yep, good timing.
Wow. Good for
Good
you.
timing.
Chicago, John in the house. 773. Chicago, 88 degrees in Chicago in September.
That's wild.
Cubs game over. White Sox lose. There you go. We just did the Bomber. Columbus, Ohio, 89 is sunshine in the 614. C-Bus.
Sorry. We go here.
Oh. Christian Hastings, 317 Indianapolis. I need a cut, Pierre.
We're giving him business.
Get down to the shop.
Let's go.
Go see him. Dakota Jayhawk, 913 Kansas City, K's.
Kansas. Yep.
KS. Yeah.
Kansas. KS.
Right. So that's going to be a long weekend for you tonight in Kansas, I think.
Maybe.
That's going to be a tough one. I don't know. We'll see. There's Cooley Ross, 2000, Sydney, Australia. Thank you for being here, sir. Great to see you as always. Early morning tomorrow. For you.
We got a minute. I missed a
Southern
bunch.
Star. We see Southern Star.
I did miss a couple. Okay.
Okay. J Dow Betts, 410. How could you miss J Dow?
Sorry, I did. I missed a bunch
from day one.
I did.
Maryland, St. Michael's, Maryland, UFC Noche, more sleep, one more sleep. O'Malley, KO's Merab,
Marab.
Grasso beats Shevchenko. I mixed up the letter. Indiana money line over UCLA and lay it with the Ravens.
Wow.
Ravens. I think he's right. My man, how can we miss Bartholomew? Scott with 1T is in the 907. Catch a can of Lasky's here every week. He's becoming a cult hero. Apparently, he's the only person in that whole entire state that listens and watches the show. Get a hat. Leave a comment. Say something on the video. Please. Sonic, the wrench, 602. Great job this week, Sonic, with a couple more overlays. We got people coming. We got Prime Sports on Thursdays. We got Rhythm on Mondays. And we got our man, Sport Trade and Alex and everybody else on Wednesdays. Great job with those overlays. Tremendous stuff.
Santana, hit it again and I'll put it on right away. But we'll have this be fun.
What? Carla. Hi, Carla. Baudoin. But no. I don't know how to say that in French.
Just stop.
617. Is it Woburn?
It's Woburn, but she's saying it's Woburn.
Woburn?
Well, we don't. The R doesn't exist.
You don't say the R?
No.
617 Woburn.
Woburn, Massachusetts.
Yeah. Woburn, Massachusetts. Why do you always say it so fast? Woburn.
Woburn.
Yeah. All right. Well, great to be here, Carla. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's awesome. You dial it up pretty fast. Your R's just disappear from the planet.
The R doesn't exist. The R does not exist in the alphabet. The R, when you're from Boston, we don't have we turn every R into an H or an A. That's what it is.
Can't wait till you go back. You're going back in a few weeks.
I don't come back with that because only time I have that.
You did over the summer. You came back.
Well, I was there 17 days. So so I'm only going for 5. So it's
the last week we did the shows. I'm like, you're talking like you're the native people now. Yeah, you stay around them too long.
They rub off.
Pick it back up. Santana staying cool in the 928 Yuma, Arizona. Have a nice weekend, Brigaders. Thank you, sir.
Thank you on that. And on that note, Roll Call Friday is in the books for another week. Guys, thank you. We always really, really have a lot of fun with Roll Call Friday. It's a ton of fun to get everyone on here and be a part of it. We take it to better. All right, get comfortable. We got a bunch of things. We got a whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday games to get into. Yes, this is a massive thing. Same number, same bet, Dave. Aces Fever under 177.5. 2 days ago, this was an easy walk to the window cash. Same teams, same location, same number, same bet. Under.
Anything else? Any injuries or anything else?
No.
Play out?
No.
Oh, so just bet it again.
Yep. Fire on it again. Pitt plus 1.5 against West Virginia.
Bet.
This is an interesting one. I'm taking dogs in rivalry games. All right. West Virginia, Pitt plus 1.5 Pitt. Utah State plus 18.5 against Utah. Utah wins. Utah State covers.
Yeah, this one might be tough. This might be a tough spot. I don't know how many points Utah State's going to score. I'd say this is a book it.
Okay. Washington State plus 4.5 against Washington.
I'd say this is a bet.
I like Washington maybe to win the game outright. Washington State to win the game outright against Washington.
I cannot believe that this game is being played in September.
In September in
Doesn't
Seattle.
Make no sense. Makes no sense. Oh, this is a neutral?
Yeah, the neutral.
They're not playing it at Washington?
Lumen Field.
Why would they do that?
Better for Washington State. Better for Washington State.
Right. Yeah, no, I think so.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Colorado State plus 7.5 against Colorado.
Yeah, this might be the sucker play, but I like it.
It's a sucker play. Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Why is this not below 7?
Okay.
Like, why are we not moving this? If we're like it
went up. It went up. People were playing Colorado. It was 7. Now it's 7.5. People are playing the Buffs.
If we're booking this game and we think Colorado State can win, we're putting it 6.5 and letting them lay it till the cows come home. And I don't know why that's not happening yet.
Okay.
I'm worried this might be end up shit, but I like Colorado State.
You're going to have to explain this number to me. FanDuel has this number, or had it this morning when I bet it. Why is FanDuel at 28.5 and the rest of the world's at 31.5 for the first half for Tennessee against Kent?
It's one or the other. There's no number you use in between. It can't be 29.5. It's never 30.5 because you get 28 or 31. So you decide where you put
30. I can't be 30-0 at the break.
Think of how hard it is to get 30 as a number. like what is it? 3 field goals, three touchdowns, or 4 touchdowns and a safety. Like 30 is an odd number.
Okay.
It's an even number for you math guys. Don't come at me.
I know
it's
you're
not
saying.
an odd number.
It's an awkward number.
Yes. So when these are skill shots in the book that you just know from doing it for number, like it's either 28 or 31. So where do you want the number? So you go, okay, we'll put 28.5 and see if they'll lay it, because we know if we put it 31.5, you're probably going to get dog money, right? 4 touchdowns and a field goal is a perfect first half, right? It's almost every trip.
I mean, but this is what Heupel does.
Correct.
Heupel has perfect first halves all the time.
Right. So no, I mean, if you got 28.5 or 31.5, obviously lay 28.5, way better number.
So it's FanDuel is at 28.5, DraftKings is at 31.5, books in Vegas are at 31.5.
For you people that love to correct and have comments or criticisms, it's Kent State, not K-State. K-State is known as Kansas State. So,
yeah, but Kent State, because
I know
they go by KSU. They go by KSU as much as anybody else. So
Kent State goes by KSU.
Yeah,
Golden Flashes. Anyhow, bet
Pittsburgh minus 2.5 NFL.
Well, I hope you're right.
I'm not backing Bo Nix ever. I'm not going to be on Denver ever. Man. I'm not going this year. I mean, not like his in his career, but I'm not. I watched a lot of that Denver game. Seattle got backdoored. That should have been an easy cover. They pushed on the 6. They gave that touchdown up. The defense just stopped playing, and they gave that late score up, and then ran the clock out and won by 6. Pittsburgh's. I think you guys score against Bo Nix. Defensive touchdowns on the table.
Oh, okay. Well, if they get a defensive touchdown, they're covering.
I mean, you may kick 6 field goals again. You mean you win 18? You might win 18-15.
No, we're not kicking 6 field goals again. No. I think the Steelers win a game.
All right, Pats, Seattle under 39.
This is my play in the contest. This is my play.
Who is scoring in this game? Nobody. Like no one's scoring in this game.
Way you lose this one is a defensive touchdown or a special teams touchdown or some other crap. Final score, this is the first one to 20, and the other team ain't getting it. 2017 max.
And then finally, Jacksonville laying 3.
Why is this only 3?
Because Jacksonville's not that good.
Really?
Yeah, they're not that good.
Cleveland?
No, Cleveland's a disaster, but Jacksonville's not that good to be laying big numbers against anybody.
I can't believe this is only 3. Why is this only 3? I hate this.
I agree, but I'm mistaking it because it's like, okay, it's week 2. Maybe they're just going to give us an opportunity.
Dear Lord, I hope you're right. I don't know. Line should be 4.5. Go get dog money. Cleveland's a mess.
Mess.
I mean, we talked a little bit about it. We don't talk like controversial and crazy politics or topics or something. But I read some of that story and I was like, what the?
Bad.
How we going on? Like, we're taking a plane ride and we're doing all this stuff with this guy. And we're like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if at some point one of his offensive linemen lays on purpose and just gets him killed.
Oh, it's professional football. Nobody's laying anything on purpose.
I don't know.
If the Jags win, we will try to get our man Emerson.
There we go.
That's a good idea. All right. I think that's a bet.
Super chats.
What is this? Addison, thank you for the deuce, sir. He's in 812 B-Town, Indiana. Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Grand Prix over 2.5 liters. Thank you for the F1 portion of the show, sir.
Take his word for it.
JPC the 4th. Thanks for the 10 spot. Rumors Lions will be rocking their new all-black fits on Sunday. Oh, my. Laporta, anytime touchdown, plus 125. St. Brown, 100-plus receiving yards, plus 195. Carlton Davis, interception, plus 500. Dave, I know you're booking these, but F it. Go Lions. Maybe you get 1 or 2 of those in. Mikey, awesome. Thank you for the deuce. 757 ODU, Brigadeville, Virginia Tech versus ODU tomorrow. What? Virginia Tech is playing Old Dominion?
Yes. Yep.
They could lose.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. ODU's not bad.
Not bad. Favorite thing about today is what?
Two things. One, the song. When my wife told me that, you talk too much. I've been playing it all morning, walking around, practicing the words, all this stuff. I love that song. It's funny. Number two, we talk about family and kids and all this other stuff all the time on the show.
Yeah.
Sunday is the kids' first fall ball softball game.
Let's go.
They're playing Monmouth. The full cycle of life. One of a dear friend named Rob Stern, who I met at the counter. He was wearing his softball coach's stuff in town from Jersey. We meet, we exchange numbers. The kids fly back there and play on his team in a travel tournament and all this other things. His daughter wrecked her car 2 years ago. He called me thanking God and just saying he wanted somebody to talk. We just talked. Her car was upside down when he got to the scene.
Oh, my.
And he was like, oh, no.
Oh,
and
no.
somehow she was okay.
Beautiful.
And she's a softball player. So through the journey and the travel of life, she's playing for Monmouth. My daughters are playing for Felician on Sunday. If I had the means and it wasn't so far, I'd be at the game with him on Sunday. But he's going to be there. He's already texting me. Our daughters' combined hits in the game on Sunday, 3.5 over, -170, different things. We're trading props and all this other things.
Tremendous.
Just an unbelievable situation. So that's my favorite thing about today, which I will be dialed in. Hopefully we'll have a video feed of it. And if not, we might have Stern on the show on Monday to give us a live check-in from what it was and give us a report from the Meadowlands. That's Meadowlands Rob. So in the chat. But that's my favorite thing about today.
For me, this week is my favorite thing about today because this has been a really fun week with everything we've had going on. Rhythm on Mondays, Wednesdays coming in with Sport Trade, Thursday with everything happening with Prime and getting Joe Brennan on after what Joe did with the Mass Gaming Commission, which was really, really fun. The momentum this show, we just set a record for live people watching for 2024 for football season. It's only week 2. We've already seen more people watching live on YouTube than we've had in this football season so far. It's young, but that was a big number. We had people in here today. So really, really fun to see everything. And a big thank you to you guys who have taken this and really run with it. And I said it to someone the other night. I said, this is awesome that we've got this. Now I feel like the work just started. I feel like we just, they're like, congratulations with my mom. She's like, congratulations. You guys worked really hard to get these sponsors to get this show. And I went, you know what? I feel like we're just starting. I feel like the work just began because we haven't accomplished anything. We just know the show is going to go. We just know that for a long time, for most of 23, the question was, can we keep doing the show? Can we keep doing this? Can we justify it? Can we keep showing up every day? Can we keep producing the content? And will we be able to swing it? And will our families allow us to keep doing this show? And now the answer is 100% yes. And now it's okay. We're up. We're healthy. Now it's time to go. So the work is now just beginning, I feel, for us about what we do next and how we take this and what do we layer and what do we grow with. So at one point it feels awesome. Another point it's daunting because I know how much work we have to do. We have a lot left to do and we have a lot of meat left on the bone to get going. So it's fun. It's fun it's fun to feel that.
I didn't see that one coming. It's a testament. Sometimes you like to toot your own horn more than me, but I'll toot your horn for you right now.
Okay.
Your relentlessness of, continuing to think and show up and literally do the show and put it together every day is one thing. And it's been an unbelievable ride. And all the calls,
done, by the way. He's not saying goodbye.
No.
He's saying goodbye.
No. But it's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that have to get done. And we do it. We do a lot of stuff together and we make sure that we show up for the audience and we value the hell out of it. We're protective of it. And, I hope you're right, Whitrock, that you've built the basement time to build the skyscraper that everyone will see to the moon. I hope so too. It's just one of those things that summer was long, and we had a lot of talks, and we could have lined up about a lot of things in June when we were talking and had the conversations and the relentlessness and the random texts of check-ins and going to meet a guy about a thing in a book. They talk about this. I flew to Pittsburgh to talk about other things and all. Like there's things happening constantly that you may not see. But the one thing that goes is this show. And every day, Monday through Friday, around the ish time, Mondays and Wednesdays, because Matt is teaching a class, it's a little earlier, but you can count on us to show up and be doing the show and provide, hopefully, a getaway, an involvement, whatever it is. But yes, this week is, we're on bonus time. This week was fucking tremendous. Like, it's just, it's another, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I feel pretty proud to be right now, right here. And,
100%.
If you'd have told us 2 years ago,
we didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know it. That's why I was so excited about it yesterday. I was saying about Prime that, there's 3 books, and we love Rhythm and Megan and James, and we love that they're with us as well. But like the 3 books that we had talked about dating back to the beginning part of the show of like, who do we think the show aligns the best with? And then to have those relationships now and to have the proxy service and how much time we've spent in Circa, you just randomly bumping into Alex Kane on the middle of a street and just saying, hey, I got an idea. How about this? Would this work for you? And he's like, I love it. Let's find a way to make it happen. And we made it happen. And then, Joe, he's seeing him at Bet Bash and having a conversation with him about Prime and being like, hey, you're here. You're looking at this. You're marketing. Like, why? Let's do something. Let's put you on. And he killed it yesterday. I had 2 people send me DMs going like, that was so much fun to have him. He's the best ambassador for Prime to get people to put a name to a face. And it's true. If you're in Ohio and New Jersey, take a look at what Prime's got. If you guys have opportunity, take a look at their stuff. And same thing to do with Sport Trade. The tape is so neat. If you're someone who likes to trail bets, I'm not saying they always win. They don't, but the tape's putting up $5,000, $10,000 plays. Like these people, you don't know why they're betting it. They might be on the other side, and be careful trailing it. But like, you can get an idea if you're seeing multiple big bets come in on one side. You can kind of see where the sharps are. You don't need someone to say, well, the book needs this side. You know what the book needs. You can see it on the tape. They literally are putting it up for you. And he wants to be more transparent. Like Alex told that on Wednesday. He was like, we want to be more transparent than you already are. Like, that's crazy. So there's just a lot of really fun things happening. And maybe it's the fall weather because it's cooler here in Vegas. It feels like the fall. It feels like football. Like, I can't wait to do, there's so many neat things that happen in the fall, but the proxy services now, we're going into week 2 of the proxy service and putting in picks and seeing what people are picking. And 30-40% of the whole thing was out after week 1 for the Survivor contest. This week looks harder than last week. This week
it ain't the Ravens. I don't know who it is. I really don't. I got asked this morning on another show, and I was like, I would pick the Ravens. They're like, really? I said, yeah. I don't know who else to pick confidently.
Right.
I might use the Texans. I really don't think the Bears are going down there and winning a cross-conference game.
Yeah, it's true. Blue Spader, yeah. The back needs to be addressed, but the back's not being addressed during football season, unfortunately. So Tiger Woods had back surgery today to have a disc repaired. I'm in line to have the Tiger Woods treatment at some point. I will be. Back surgeries in my future, unfortunately, after what I did to myself. So we got some medical things to take care of down the road, but for right now, it's just we're in maintenance mode. Let's just be able to do the show and walk and just be able to handle it, and then we'll go and take care of the back. So yes,
we've had other things try to take us out. They can't do it. They won't stop it. We are on the train. Everybody get on board, baby.
It's awesome. Guys, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. We're back on Monday for a big recap weekend. It's a Rhythm Monday. James Santor joins us, and we'll go over everything and then preview Monday night. Birds, all you Pennsylvania Philly Eagle fans, you guys got a big number to cover coming up on Monday Night Football. We'll get into that and break it down all on a Monday. Dave and Matt back. Have a great weekend. Mondays, BVB, coming at you.